They just want to keep pressure on the dire side of the map. They want to keep stealing all that farm.
Okay.
Oh,
God.
Wraith King.
Slowed up. He will go down.
All right, there you go. This is what the anti-mage is about. But they only have... I guess they still have a decent window on the Wraith King. Because he's only level 14.
Yeah.
Just about to reach 15. And so long as they're just continuing to pressure, there's not a whole lot of extra space to farm. The timings that we're used to, like I think in the previous series they were casting, Wraith King was like level 18 and 23 or something, but because they're putting so much pressure on the map, they are actually slowing down his game quite a bit and keeping him in this zone where the anti-mage is a problem for him.
Well, he's also like, you know, that sort of, I guess,
he's kind
I don't
of
want to say position 2, but he is kind of position 2, as opposed to the Alk. And so he's not getting as much of that farm as quickly without the Radiance.
Yeah, and he's not even, he's not got a BKB queued up. He's definitely just planning to try and get to the no reincarnation mana cost. But there is this, like, approaching timing for Mineski where the anti-mage gets another item. Maybe they try and, they're not that fast at taking Roche, but they can definitely tank it.
I do kind of like the Scotty on the AM just because one of the big worries is going to be this Lina Aghanims, which she's trying to build towards. Anything to just survive that burst damage in the duration of the stuns.
It's kind of, to me, it kind of feels like it's a hybrid between getting the BKB and the Basher, right? It's like, yeah, I got the slow, and I've got some HP to survive. So ideally, the HP is making up for the fact that I don't have BKB. And Aegis would help a lot as well. Actually, they do have tag team, so maybe that's the X factor for taking this Roshan.
I like it.
Yeah, wow, they're actually doing a lot of damage.
Tag team's nuts. About to come off cooldown again, but the smoke up. Do they realize what's happening?
Coming.
KP, he's the one up front to break the smoke, and they call it off. Burrow Strike, Bach thinking that they're in there. Can take down that Pugna ward. KP, they got eyes on him. In some trouble. Mac, he's going to be up front and center. They get the stun. The follow-up stun is there, and Moon dead before the snowball comes out. Ragey Potato in trouble as he's going to back out, and just like that, Adroit make it work. BKB wearing off, though, for Mac. Able to manage dodge. Big mana void, but the turnaround comes as well. Oh, good save there with the disruption. Boomy, he's living through this one. Mac throws out another stun, not quite able to get and land, but it looks like KP is also going to be able to live through this one. Natsumi throws out that right-click damage. Ragey Potato eventually also going to be brought down as they go at the stun, get the kill. They could be trying to do what he can, but Adroit hold on.
Okay, so we get a bit of a reset. 2 buybacks used. Moon is positioning himself. I guess he does have the Blink Dagger, but he's positioning himself as if the disruption is going to be enough to save him, and I feel like it just really isn't. Like, the anti-mage is a different story. The disruption gives him another counterspell, and then he can blink away. But Moon is getting caught out quite a bit, and his progress on this Pugna is getting slowed down somewhat by these repeated deaths. His job is still pretty much just to be there when the anti-mage hits his timing to take out the racks and like enable the slightly faster push. But still a bit worrying that he keeps going down like this. They're not really giving away too much gold because they are playing against an Alchemist lineup, so there's no comeback gold.
I wouldn't mind seeing Adroit try and like sneak a Roche either with like skeletons, Blightstone, double smoke there. That happens. But they've got a lot of minus armor.
Oh, for sure. They can take it 100%. That's part of why Mineski are so... One, they need the Aegis to end the game, and two, they really, really do not want to give it away to Adroit.
Burrow Strike to open. Charging up the stun. Charging up the stun, and it's just going to have to be a self-stun there for a moment. Looks like the Sand King will live through it, staying in that sandstorm, walking forward. Mac now on top of him. Oh, kept alive, though, again. KP with that Yule's trick.
Nico unwilling to go... Okay, I think he should still be threatening top. He's coming back to hover near his team, but... he does have TP off cooldown, and they still have the tier 1 there. I guess they just immediately want to go with the anti-mage Scotty. Fox still hanging out here.
Blink away. Now they reveal their positioning. Natsumi is going to stand on the high ground. Burrow Strike, turn it back around. Light Strike Array, no more counterspell left. And this anti-mage in a lot of trouble, but going to be disrupted, saving a life there. Do they have a follow-up? BKB already out as well from this Alchemist, and their eyes are now set onto Timbersaw, where they're going to find that kill. Good follow-up stun. All of these disables. It's enough to take down the Timber. And that's one thing. If you've got two heroes that are going in super ham, you can only save one of them with the disruption.
Now we're getting to the point where this Timber is getting killed pretty reliably, which is very worrying if you're Mineski.
I'll take your tribute.
And like the anti-mages, to me, it feels like only kind of surviving by the skin of his teeth, right?
Yeah.
Like, if the Alchemist successfully lands a stun on him, I think he might just be dead. Something to watch out for.
Definitely. And likewise, if in the craziness of this fight, Bach manages to find that Shadow Demon, all of a sudden that save is completely gone.
Oracle getting gone up, but does Reggie Potato have the damage?
I don't think so. That's a heal coming in from the Oracle.
All right.
He's alive.
See, I think this is what Nico should have been doing earlier when they were pushing the tier 1 mid. Just try and threaten the split push, force them back. And then if somebody TPs on you, then you just do this. Come take the uneven fight.
Manta tries to walk away. Still a lot of heals. Nico Baby finds Bach. Burrow Strike interrupted. Find that kill.
Ooh, the Burrow Strike reflect was so nice.
Well done here as well. As soon as he sees that the ulti's been used just to TP out, knowing there's no way to cancel it, Boomy going to be chased down here a little bit. Disarms, killed off. Bach buys back and TP's in. I don't know about that one.
But they need to reset. They're all over the map. That was totally the right move from Nico. Force some people back, rejoin your team because you just happen to still have this tier 1 tower still up at the mid lane. And now back in for another Roshan attempt, it looks like.
They don't have the Lina. Buyback was already used in that last engagement, 3 minutes on cooldown, but they can send in the Alchemist Illusions.
Okay, Nico needs to go and grab a TP quickly, but then I think he makes the same move once again. He goes and pushes top for a couple of waves until somebody sort of responds, and then he TPs back to his team, potentially. They don't have any vision over on that top side, though, so it is a little bit scary for him to be playing over there.
That's why Mac is up here as well, with the Manta.
Yeah.
Can push this lane out, and he can play a sort of similar way, although now with the Blink Dagger, he can kind of get there that much quicker.
Yeah, they just have much less map control. This tier 1 mid for Mineski is actually completely shutting out Adroit from going for the Roshan. Because anytime that they go in there, Mineski will just spam them back. Nico will go and push out a side lane. Things would maybe change if they had some BOTs or something on the Alchemist, but for now, Mineski are always the one who are winning the lane control game, just because of their superior map control.
Nico Baby going back for a BKB now. And once that is up, there is very little to control him in this game.
Yep.
Nothing, in fact.
They're just constantly poking, prodding. They really want to get a nice ward down for the anti-mage here. Okay, so that's a pretty good split pushing ward for AM.
Yeah.
And they've also got one that sees part of the shrine. So both a good ward for the potential Roshan fight, but also nice for the AM. So you can just see that they're signaling that anti-mage is going to be playing around the top side a lot. Adroit still really want this mid tier 1 tower.
Understandably so.
Yeah, it's 28 minutes into the game and they still don't have it. But that's just a product of how badly their laning stage went.
Yeah. Boomy is getting close to this Aghanims and also level 18. He's been able to remain pretty consistently farmed on his support heroes.
Yeah. One of the smartest things that Adroit did this game was to just ditch the bottom lane.
Yeah.
Don't fight into the Shadow Demon Tusk anti-mage and go and instead let the Lina do some stuff top, let the Sand King get the solo experience. Don't end up with like 2 level 3 heroes at 10 minutes.
Tag team, but again, the Alchemist sends his illusions in. I mean, who does this favor, really? This sort of weird back and forth, because there isn't any structural damage being done. Like, is more time just good for Adroit, or is the AM's next item that scary that you need to be concerned about him getting it?
I think this is still good for Mineski to a point.
Okay.
Just because the Wraith King now has 20.
He walks into him. Light Strike Ray? No. I don't know. He's good. Sorry. I got super hyped.
That's fine. That's fine.
I thought there was more follow-up.
We've been in this weird holding pattern of we go Roche. They push them away from Roche. Anti-Mage goes in the split pushes. Adroit split up on the map a little bit. We go back to Roche. Like, there's a really intricate dance happening here, and it could all fall apart the instant that one hero gets picked off. You know, the dominoes are all going to get set in motion at that point. But I think one more item on the Anti-Mage might be okay, but past that, I think it actually starts looking better for Adroit.
Okay.
Which is why they want this Aegis so bad, so that they can just go use it to end the game.
And now Shadow Demon trying to be the person in front to hold off this pressure while they finish off the Roche. So Shadow Demon goes down.
Okay, the Medallion's making this a bit faster.
Danger, though. They jump in, able to find him. BKB pop from Nico Baby. Raging Potato goes down, and now they need to get out, and they're going to steal the Aegis away instead. Mac makes the play. They find the Laguna Blade, catch, kill. And buyback comes as well. Adroit feeling good right here.
All right. Well, there you go. Now they have the Aegis. They got the Roshan last hit. They're finally going to take out this tier 1 tower. They've broken the cycle, Lyrical. The split push is done, and Trent he's a happy man right now. Look at him.
He is. He's
feeling it.
He's feeling the money. He's walking over to the side there. But Nico Baby again going to push out this top lane. They're going to deal with these illusions. An 11,000 gold lead suddenly for Adroit. Granted, it is an Alchemist draft. We always talk about that, but it's also an Anti-Mage.
Yeah, they've had the net worth lead for the last like 16 minutes, but it's to be expected. It's just that this Wraith King is now, like, if the Wraith King has similar levels of net worth to the Anti-Mage, the Wraith King is definitely the one who wins that man fight. Like, Natsumi is even going ahead and picking up an MKB next, so Anti-Mage not even going to be able to go for a butterfly. He is just queuing up an AC. He's just going for the building damage. I think Mineski have realized that their window to end this game is actually kind of closing just because of the heroes that they have.
Nico Baby playing really well around this ward.
Yeah.
It's provided him a lot of value, but they're also going to drop down one of these Observer wards as well. The Tinker wards. And KP really just has not felt like he's been able to have much impact in this game. You know, since those early levels where he was running around and getting kills and everything and taking towers, you know, Timber saw 6 deaths overall. And it's not even necessarily, you know, all his fault. It feels like it's kind of just a product of the way the game has gone.
I think he can still be useful once the BKBs wear down a little bit, but for now we've got a 10-second on the Wraith King, a 10-second on the Sand King, and Alex got Aegis, so... Alright, Boomy dead.
That's a BKB charge for that one, though. And yes, they take down the Lina. I mean, this is, I guess, the other thing to be concerned about, right, is that while it feels like Adroit might have turned a bit of a corner here, as they deny their tier 2, you lose a fight against an Anti-Mage, your entire everything is going down. And Mac, chased, the stun, it's ready. They throw it on a Raging Potato. He's got his BKB still working. Ulti on cooldown, but he still has the Aegis. And the heal comes from the Oracle as well. KP, number 7, he's in the grave. Bach, Blink Dagger, off cooldown 5, but the Burrow Strike through. Does he get it? Oh, a little bit off the mark. But nonetheless, Timbersaw for the Lina, ostensibly. Decent trade.
Yeah, they got the Aegis. Well, no, they didn't actually, right? They saved it. I thought they did. Whoops. They had the Oracle ulti. I was like, oh, he doesn't have Chemical Rage for a little bit.
All right.
Okay, so it's 2 minutes on Aegis. I don't know if they're going to get off of their side of the map necessarily, but oh, now they have an Abyssal Blade on the Alchemist.
Waiting for the blink back.
I mean, all it's going to take is Nico Baby getting caught once, and they do have the Tinker Ward for him. He can't go left.
But he does. He runs to the left. Burrow Strike. All right, they're just going to go for the BKB. He got the Abyssal. Got him caught. Oh, and there it is. Nico Baby in some trouble. He's still BKB running away, trying to escape. Blink cooldown is very low. But do they have the wherewithal to find him? Light Strike array, long range. Burrow Strike connects. They got him caught, and there it is again. They find their man. 100 seconds and give that man a tip. I'll teach you to man avoid me.
I'm surprised he didn't try and go back to the right. Maybe he just wasn't thinking that it was the high ground ward.
Yeah.
But they saw him the whole time. The super long range stun with the 125 cast range and the Aether Lens from Boomy. This guy's been making plays all day.
Yeah.
And now they have a really big opportunity. This is 70 seconds dead for the anti-mage. They're going to make sure to escort this next creep wave just in case there's any, you know, Pugna blinking in here to try and cut the wave. Kind of nonsense.
It's bottom, and in the meantime, you do have the Timber Saw that can help to clear through this wave with the Chakram and all. But it is a tier 2 tower taken. Adroit.
All right. Turns out, even if you pressure Alchemist, this hero still farms like a monster.
It's true.
Just has to find those couple of Mud Golem camps and whatnot. And here they are up on the high ground.
Glyph
AC
used.
and the Deso, they take this really quickly.
It's so hard to deal with. The Hex is there, but they are just doing such little amounts of damage, and it looks like Adroit are going to decide to back out now. Go clear up the shrines with the Aegis expiring.
Yeah, okay.
Play
Aegis
it safe.
reclaimed. But now they're the ones who can sit. It feels like this entire game has happened on the dire side of the map, Lyrical. And now we've swapped. Now we're over on the other side. Adroit can set up. They can camp the opposing tri-camp area. It's so much harder for Mineski to cross the river. They're immediately trying to head out and make something happen. They know that the Aegis is down. Their anti-mage isn't getting too much stronger, really, so need to go right this second.
Absolutely.
All right, well, we thought that they had the counters to Wraith King. Turns out maybe not. This guy's still got 20k net worth. He no longer cares about anti-mage. He doesn't have to have the Radiance build. He can go for a physical damage build.
Adroit, I mean, this is nuts. This is a team that I don't think almost anybody was talking about coming into the qualifiers, and now they're in a solid position to go up game 1 in the upper bracket of the playoffs.
Where are you at?
Oh my God, the call out after the shout out.
I already called him out once. I feel kind of bad, but he did it to himself.
That's fair enough. My God. So yeah, they're going to take down this shrine if they so desire, with the skeletons hanging out over here. And they can head up to the north side of it as well. Roche, it's about a minute and a half till it's capable of respawning.
This isn't how you want your anti-mage drafts to be playing, though. Everyone just huddling around AM. Okay, he's got the Battle Fury now. This is like, he's got the Butterfly now. BF. What can they do? They're going to try and bait with some illusions. Okay. Or just push out some waves with some illusions.
If they notice the color, they realize that one's not real. Mac doesn't want to get his mana burned here. And on the low ground, got to be careful here. KP walking forward a little bit brazenly. I mean, he does have the Lotus Orb, has a hood and the Yules, but we've seen this guy get bursted.
Yeah, he's got hardly any net worth at this point.
And like, look at Boomy now. You know, you've got the physical damage from the Wraith King, but also 1,000 damage nuke for the AM. It's about half his HP pool.
AM going Tanic next, just desperately feels like he needs all of this survivability. I think the problem that you're now seeing is that anti-mage is like, I have to be the damage, but I also have to be the front line. I have to be the split push. Like, there's too many different hats this game.
You know, one thing that is kind of cool, if he ever gets to it and fully 6-slotted, if he gets a Mana Void kill onto Alchemist, Alchemist is going to feel terrible.
Oh yeah, that's
chemical range cooldown for 120 seconds.
Yeah. Well, Alk is, speaking of Aghanim Scepters, Alks are getting ready to start handing them out.
Nice.
So I don't even know. Lena's already got one. Oracle's isn't that amazing, especially not against the Shadow Demon. Probably Sand King or maybe Wraith King.
Yeah, Wraith King could be cool too. Saw that one to great effect in the previous series.
Just the guarantee that your Lena gets her spells off, basically.
So it's a relatively long Roche respawn timer.
Okay. Yep, 2 minutes.
Mineski, what do they need to get to?
At this point, I think that favors Adroit for sure.
Yeah.
Mineski, if they win this game, the way in which that they win it is like some crazy split push, like, you know, ratting around the map, taking building by building, just kiting them from place to place. Because I don't think they win team fights anymore. There's just too many AOE stuns on Adroit.
Nico baby going in. Got to be careful. Glimmer Cape saves a life. Needs to be wary of the Abyssal Blade that could come out. And yet again, KP, he's imprisoned, but will eventually be brought down, it looks like, as the chase is coming. Pumi doesn't care. He boomed him.
Did he just tank his own
Yes.
Blade? It was just like, whatever.
We got a shrine. We got an oracle. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Wow. So yeah, a minute until Roche is back up, and they need to make the split push work. It's just so hard to do.
Yeah, it's... Well, they don't have the vision for it either, really. They've been completely pushed out of the dire side of the map. So the only reason that Nico could play the way that he was playing earlier over on the top lane is because they had that combination of 2 wards, right?
Yeah.
And he was able to play right up next to the dire base. Without that, he can't do that. He can only push, as we're seeing, kind of around close to the tier 2. And then he needs his team to give him some other information, but they don't have anyone else who can scout, and they don't have any wards. So.
Oh, man. The Laguna Blade just in passing, I guess. Thought he could maybe do something there, but...
It's only a 50-second cooldown.
Yeah. I think that that might actually be a kill if the decrep doesn't come out. Just the right clicks there in the duration of the stun. Bach, Burrow Strikes, tries to run. Hex comes out. Healing, turning, finding Tusk. Getting that kill.
All right, well.
And, I mean, even though this Pugna can Hex from, like, infinite range, it feels like, I just don't know if they have the damage to burst through it. And particularly, like, they have to find the Oracle in the fights.
Roshan up. Only Roshan number 2. We must have seen like 8 Roshan attempts by this point in the game, but it's this is the second successful Rosh. Adroit. Aegis on the Alk. Cheese for the Wraith King. Wraith King almost level 25. I don't know, maybe they can somehow win with Pugna 25 and just again continue just non-stop ratting. Yeah.
Well, Nico Baby does take the bottom tier 2 tower and is going to pressure for the tier 3, so they do need to deal with this. Looks like the TP's coming back. Force the glyph. That's step 1.
He just blinks backwards, though. I thought he might blink across the base and like threaten the next tier 3 and then try and finish that tier 3 at top.
Right.
But instead, he's just playing pretty defensive. I mean, it's scary because you don't know if anyone else is like TPing in on the tier 4s.
Right.
The thing that Adroit did there that was really smart is that as the Lina TPs, everybody else backs up into fog. So the anti-mage doesn't actually know who else is hunting him. I mean, look at the way that he's playing. He's just hiding in the trees. If you switch it over to his vision, he doesn't see anything. He sees like an occasional hero flashing on the map here and there, but that's it.
I need to switch this one over if I'm going to be doing that.
Okay, cool.
But yeah.
Otherwise, you get stuck on one team.
Exactly. Yeah, you see what you mean, though. It's pretty much just nothing on the map right now for the Radiant.
Oh, and leans down here. Shadow Bladed.
There's the blink forward.
All right.
Aware that something wrong could be happening. Does he manage to find him? It's the tree, still chasing, and yeah, boomy. So, spider senses were tingling for that anti-mage, with good reason. Again, 31,000 net worth lead. It does not feel like it should be that huge of a lead, but it is. And some of it is because the Alk switching over that farm to others.
Wraith King's number 1 net worth, though.
Yeah.
And Alk's already given him an Ags. He's consumed a Moon Shard.
I think that the Alk actually gave him the Moon Shard,
as well, yeah.
Like, just get these 2 cores crazy farmed.
Yeah, get the net worth away from the Alk. Nobody cares about the Alk net worth at this point. Just make your Wraith King a monster.
And Sand King also has the Ags completed. So 2 of them given away already. Adroit. What is the point where they feel comfortable pushing? Is it just about, like, killing the AM? Do they try and find him?
I mean, Anti-Mage isn't getting any scarier, so...
Yeah.
They can even wait until they have, like, multiple BOTs so that he can't ever rat them.
Right.
They can just play until they have 3 or 4 BOT2s. And then what does AM do? If any one of them finds him and stuns him, the rest of the team Power Rangers in, and just, like, that's the end.
Yeah, it's true. Well, up on the high ground. turning onto the racks here. Nico Baby also trying to make something happen. They get the Light Strike Array. They have the Tusk save if they want to use it, but Nico Baby jumps forward, finds Boomy, still pressuring, but they need to address this anti-mage problem. Light Strike Array comes through. Laguna Blade tries to blow him up. Nico Baby blinks away. And okay, apparently the position for Lina is enough to force back the anti-mage.
Yeah, nice counter pick, buddy. Boomy.
The snowball. They took a tier 3 tower while this was happening, but the Burrow Strike as the snowball comes in. And Ragey Potato in some trouble as Natsumi finds Moon. Bach, there's the epicenter. Burrow Strike. That's not how they're supposed to go, but they find Tusk nonetheless and kill him.
All right, they know that anti-mage is back now, so
yeah,
no reason to worry about the base.
Mac still living. Moon takes down by Natsumi. Everybody living very low. The Alka's coming back in a second. Natsumi still holding on to his ulti as well as all the heal comes through. And in the meantime, 5-second stun charge up here as well. They find
ghost of Boomy.
Oh, Ninja Boogie was down there. Well played. But it does mean that they're not going to have this Lina in the rest of this fight. Max still trying to live. Turns that Abyssal Blade onto the Anti-Mage. A good decrep keeps them alive. They pull him out of position with that Sand King Burrow Strike. And now Natsumi's still living through it. They need to find KP here again. There's going to be the Light Strike Array. They get the stun, still keeping him alive. Moon trying to do his best there, but they find Nico Baby, take him down. No Anti-Mage in this fight anymore. KP tries to run, tries to escape, and he will be able to. With the buyback coming from the Anti-Mage, the rest of Adroit say, we are getting out of here. Or we go back in. Everybody bought back. They're all buying back to take this fight. Okay, they just want to end it right here, right now. Buyback coming from KP as well as Adroit take down the second set of racks, and Nico Baby just can't go in. He can't do anything. Did they need to buy back right there?
On the Dire?
Yeah. I guess they just want to end it since no Tusk.
I guess they just should.
There's no saves. That's I guess it.
This is a little bit risky, but I guess they just feel like they have the stronger team.
Oh, and they pull him out of position. KP yet again tries to get the Mana Void. Isn't enough for Bach? No. KP runs. They're going to take down this tier 3 tower, take down the last racks. They're trying to finish off and get Mega Creeps. Just completely ignoring the Timber Saw at this point, but they eventually get him there. Laguna Blade comes out and KP dies. No buyback, 100 seconds. And with that, Adroit looks like they'll retreat after Wraith King takes down one more building.
Well, it seems like Adroit has done it. Oh, Wraith King, all right.
He's got
ulti. He's chill. Well, turned out that it was not a game that Anti-Mage could 1v5.
No. Burrow Strike out there again. The stun is there, but the disruption, they're able to kill off Moon in the meantime. Nico Baby, Light Strike Array timed perfectly. He's trying to make his way out of there, and he will be able to, at least for the moment, but Bach finds the stun. It's not enough, but you know what? Adroit, they're hidden buildings. This one is over.
He can escape, but he just can't kill the Alk or the Wraith King.
Yeah, they're too big.
All right.
Mineski are going to call GG as Adroit in one game up now in the upper bracket finals. Out at TI.
Dang. Boomy.
Boomy.
What? I got to give some credit to
see the light inside you, brighter than the skies. Hold on, just let us escape and fly away tonight. We have the world in our sight, and I know together we'll be alright. Can you see forever we will go? We are forever learning, one step at a time. As long as the world is turning, I'll be by your side. We'll keep the fire burning, I'll never see you hurt. You know I can't explain it in a way of words. We both know that you'll understand, and you'll see if you take my hand, and I'll go out of my own way for you. I'll go out of my own way.
Told you to walk away. That was my first and last mistake. I'm blue without your face. But what can I do? 'Cause I'm just a sinking ship, and you're just a pair of lips that I've lost in the moment. All I want is for you to come back. Now I'm caught in the middle of life, and I need you to survive.
Team ban. Radiant team.
He wanted to get involved again. I don't think that was the play. And from there, they just kind of outscaled him. They played really well around the Roshan pit. They played really well around the Roshan pit. I have to give credit to Adroit on that one.
And Mac held it together. There was also a window where they had a lead, and I thought, well, it's an out game. Right?
Yeah, lead.
Alk takes a lead. That's kind of what he does.
Yeah.
So you should expect that, but Mac held on to it. Didn't make any big mistakes.
5 seconds remaining.
Kept the pressure on. Very controlled play from Adroit. I was impressed.
Do they just ban the Alk this game?
No way.
Second phase.
I've seen some people banning it first phase. I don't know. I agree that it doesn't seem like it's super necessary.
Are
But
you going to feel like big
don't
dummies
overreact.
if they just like first phase it and you lose?
You feel like a really big dummy. Yeah. That was the EG strat, right? Didn't they first phase Alk at Epicenter in their elimination game and lose?
Fire team ban.
I think they did.
They banned it. They banned it. They don't want to look like big dummies. That's
Wow.
that's what you got to be afraid of.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, I will say the
Pride
fact
is on the line.
The fact that it took them that long to take that ban, like they went into reserve time. That's a discussion that probably should have happened in between games, right?
Well, there's not a lot of time. I don't know if you're noticing here.
It's true.
The admins are keeping it going.
It's
I have
true.
to pee, but I wanted to finish the melee I was doing, and then here I am on the couch having to wait for this draft before I
It
go to
took
the
you
bathroom.
40 minutes to pee?
So we can only imagine how hard it is for the players.
I meant during the break time, but fine.
It's fine.
That'll do.
Only two of the players seem to be there to push the buttons. Everyone else can go.
Well, you
Yeah.
do make a fair point with that one. Spirit Breaker going to be the opener now for Mineski.
okay.
This hero has been quite good.
Is there pressure on Adroit to take the Oracle at all? Because if you don't take the Oracle, they might take the Darkseer, and then they'll have Spiritbreaker Darkseer, and then they'll ban the Oracle. And the Shadow Demon's already banned.
Are they just going to take the? I think they just take the Oracle again. Why not?
It's good
Yeah.
against Spirit Breaker and deters the potential Darkseer pick.
The Spirit Breaker does mean that they need to think a little bit more about the mid lane, though, because I feel like mid lane these days does not have a lot of intervention from the supports.
Yeah.
But Spirit Breaker is the one exception
He
to
there.
that rule. Yeah, he in there.
Yeah.
And so because of that, I think they need to think one step ahead about like, okay, we can't necessarily just float this Lina pick as we could play it mid, we could play it position 4, because I think it's removing some of that flexibility. They need a mid laner like the Death Prophet potentially. That's not so easy for Spirit Breaker to gank.
Did they ban OD and Death Prophet last time?
Second phase, yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
'Cause I was gonna say the Death Prophet and the OD are
DP was
two
first. Yeah, she was first phased. Yeah.
first phase.
What other mid laners are resilient to SP ganks? DK, Puck.
Radiant team.
Those are the main ones.
Okay.
Ah.
Do I just take Chen?
That's an interesting.
A little bit Razor.
Yeah, that's true.
He's resistant.
Chen over the Oracle.
I do like a 5-man draft against Spirit Breaker, though.
Yeah.
Like, if you just have the much better early group up and push, Spirit Breaker kind of has that clockwork factor of he can't actually initiate into 5 heroes all that well. Maybe with the Bulldoze, you just go in, you absorb all the stuns, and that's okay. But
Radiant team.
Chen seems good.
And Timbersaw again.
All right, they're believing in the Timber. It is a hero that gives a lot of space for a Spirit Breaker to rotate.
And it's worked well overall. Last game, not so much, but
And I don't think that you do as well against this Timbersaw without the Lina. Like last game, that was an integral part of them being able to kill off this hero. So to me, at least, I feel like that's a lot less likely to be taken now because of the Spirit Breaker that we were talking about. It sort of covers that.
What's the Wraith King counter, though, boys?
I don't know.
The Alchemist.
Maybe.
I don't know. It just like OD seems good for sure. You abuse the fact that he's a tanky hero. Like,
What about Morphling?
So I think for Wraith King, a lot of games it seems to be trying to abuse that timing before Radiance. What was cool about that last draft is that you have your Alchemist going Radiance, so that opens up Wraith King to have a very easy decision in front of him. I'm going Armlet, I'm going Blink, I'm going Deso.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're seeing the versatility a little bit, and
Fire team pick.
I don't know. I think that's part of what makes him hard to quote-unquote counter, though that felt more like an Alchemist problem than a Wraith King problem last game.
Mac is so good on this hero, and the entire Adroit team is so good at playing against it. Because here's the thing, we talked about it, Mineski, they watched the third game, they didn't watch the second game. That was when they were playing simultaneously, and Adroit's Death Prophet, it was really unbelievable how well they were playing around it.
Well, they just replaced the DP ban. Well, I guess they could have banned that instead of Sand King, right?
Yeah.
well, so I think there must be some carry that they want to play that doesn't want to play against Sand King, right? Like they must have some awful matchup against SK.
Well, it's not Rubik.
Yeah,
Because that would have been great.
Yeah,
but
that would have been
it's-
nice.
It's probably because the Sand King did also catch out a lot. Like, as you said, they just had a lot of stuns last game. So hard for the
are they gonna
Tempest
try
to
and-
play his game.
I think I tried like Phantom Lancer or something. I know Sand King's not a Phantom Lancer hard counter anymore, but
I hope not Fan Lancer.
that hero seems pretty dead.
Yeah, he's got some issues right now.
5 seconds remaining.
Great Agi gain, though.
That's true.
Yeah,
Mineski's
keep buffing it up. Give him like 6, and we'll be talking.
like their second 2 picks do, I think, deal okay-ish with the 5-man, at least in terms of the wave clear. But
Yep.
I'm wondering, like, how do you kill this Death Prophet if everybody around her just has these aura items and she has a Yules or something?
Yeah, if you have a bad start on these 3 heroes, how do you kill anybody? It's a little bit of a cause for concern. I hope they do not pick the Queen of Pain. That turned out to not be a very good. I mean, maybe could be a player thing as well, but that did not look like much of a counter to the Death Prophet in lane.
Well, that's interesting.
Bach puck.
So yeah, Bocarino.
Is it?
Is it a
Is it a
boomy
4
puck?
It
puck?
could be a boomy puck,
Is this
actually.
the boombox puck? Is this the crit puck?
I'm
Is
actually
it-
super down.
Is it a 3 Death Prophet?
I think that you put it on Mac just because of the way that it looks like they want to do 5-man, but it could be. I think I'd rather see them take like you're saying the 4 puck and then get another offlaner here.
What's so good about 4 puck? What does it do?
I'm down with 4 puck. Well, you still have all your spells, obviously. The silence is nice this game. You don't die to Spirit Breaker. And I think the big thing about 4 puck this game is that it's basically 3 puck because Chen can play 6. That's
Okay.
the thing.
That's
like,
true.
Okay.
I think that's the
Some extra space there.
that's the factor. Yeah.
Seconds remaining.
That's a good point. I like that.
I think we were saying 4 puck not because we're like we love the pick, but because it's exciting to see 4 puck.
Yeah.
Also,
Well, that's
Could be
still
good.
fair. It just
yeah.
Gives them, and puck just has the ability to cut waves in places that almost no other hero is capable of doing. Just being a real nuisance, applying pressure everywhere. And the Dream Coil catch is really annoying for Spirit Breaker and Timbersaw. That's real frustrating.
5 seconds.
Morphling ban.
Hasn't Mac played against Lina like 4 times with Death Prophet or something? Like I feel like this
Hey,
matchup
Pretty much
keeps on
the
coming up.
go-to matchup, right?
Yeah.
Because you're not going to pick any of these like storms or anything for the most part.
I don't know if I like picking the Lina into the Wraith King puck though. Like that hero just suffers so much if there's anyone that can get on top of you. It's almost got the sniper factor,
Yeah.
right? Guess we'll have to see. Axe Band.
I don't get that one.
I don't know.
Just lane cutting. Good start.
Maybe the carry pick will explain all for.
Okay.
It's really adding up to that PL.
'Cause I mean, Axe is not that
Yeah.
popular right now. We
Slark?
saw.
I don't know.
5 seconds remaining. Dire team.
Lifestealer.
Oh,
No, it's Slark,
That
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Right when Cameron
there you
said it,
go.
it's like, yo, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of makes it. It's nice. I can see it as like an idea against the Wraith King. Like you just any of these beefy heroes, they're just they're a lot of stacks. You can pick off the Chen pretty easily. It's a potential It's like a potential 1v5 hero, but I don't even know how good of a.
Let's go Mars.
Are they just going to get run at? I think Mineski are just getting run at here. Like we were casting that earlier best of 3. Mac's going to be running down lanes with Exorcism like pre 10 minutes. Yeah. This guy isn't a 4-0-4-0 player on Death Prophet. He is a 3-0-2-1 player. So
I want to see like a Mars or something. Just get in there. It's a little bit weird because of the Timber Saw, but
Centaur.
Somebody just to hold him there. Centaur would be cool too. I'd love Centaur.
What about if they just went back for like a Shaman too? Is that crazy?
Oh, how about Nature's Prophet? Oh, he's banned. Good catch.
Tide, Doom.
Did you just good catch yourself? That was sick.
High five myself.
I love that. Or Beastmaster. That'd be cool too.
Yeah, all right.
They just have a lot of options for whatever speed they want to play.
I like the Beastmaster. It's Razor.
You talked about it earlier.
Yeah, a little bit resistance, or a little resistant to the Spirit Breaker. So it is the boomy puck. Okay.
Why is there a Razor here? Is that good?
I think it's just
high tempo.
It's just a 20-minute hero, I think.
Yeah.
That's all. Doesn't sound fun for Slark to lane against.
Or do they try and lane it against the Timber? How's that match up? Then they aggro the Slark?
Yeah, Bocarino's playing it. I mean, I guess that just makes sense with the lineup, but
3 Razor.
Let's see. What do you guys think?
These last 2 picks are off the wall, but
yeah.
The support puck does not fill me with confidence, if I'm being real here.
But it's so resistant to Spirit Breaker charges.
Can't argue with that.
Yes. It's sort of.
Sounds like he's disagreeing with you, Base Kip.
You know, it's I think that there's a reason that we don't see position for puck all the time, right?
Because no one has innovated it yet.
No.
They've tried it.
Is position for puck the position for invoker?
Yeah.
I don't know. Even though Mineski got me wrong in game 1, I think I got to go on Mineski here.
Okay, what is this Slark's lane? That's the game. If his lane is awful, which it kind of looks like it is,
yeah,
they might.
Oh, look at that! Is that even odds? Is that
even?
Was it even? Dead even?
I think it was 1.833 for both teams.
Yeah,
that's what it was last game.
That's
right?
the even spread.
Oh.
Well, wasn't it 1.8 something against 3.2?
No, it was 1.833.
Well, the last time we had even Stevens, it was 1.833, right?
Yeah.
When Mineski and Janesper went to game 2?
In game 2. Yeah.
Yes. You guys missed that. Okay, right. Yeah, I'm going for I'm actually going for Adroit.
2-0. All right.
Okay.
2-0.
We'll see it.
Split panel. Thank you guys so much.
No problem.
See you guys at the end.
Banana split. We're out of here.
And let's go into the game. Well, we are already starting off the game with a little bit of tips, it looks like, as Ninja Boogie trying to instill confidence into Nico Baby after, I'm sure, what was a very frustrating loss. I mean, that's the thing, right? You're this anti-mage, you get an 11-minute battle fear, you feel like this game should be easy peasy, and then things just start falling apart around you. You got to pull yourself back up together.
For sure. So Trent was talking about the importance of whether or not the Slark has a game. I think this mid lane could also end up being very impactful. I can see a world in which, I think Moon played the lane last game really well, but it doesn't really matter how well you play the lane against Alchemist. This matchup is maybe a little bit more snowball-y in the sense that if the Lina gets ahead by like a level or so, then the Death Prophet just can't ever come back into lane. Because your survivability is completely dependent on your ability to stay at full HP and then get a Spirit Siphon off once the Spirit Breaker charges you. But if you don't survive through the charge stun and then the Light Strike Array, then your lane is just over.
Well, one of the big things I also want to watch for in this lane matchup is Moon got the chance, I imagine that at least to see a little bit of what Death Prophet was doing, like this bracer build, right? And then has an answer now. That's what I want to watch is what is Moon's answer? because the Death Prophet looked like he was really good. And the other thing that they're going to have here is an ability to recall that Death Prophet, maybe even just like she pops Exorcism, recalls, and then they're in the lane that much quicker than they were last time.
That's true. Yeah, they're starting the lane swaps already. They were trying to swap Timber away from the Razor, but they're just going to call the Wraith King top to keep pressuring the Slark. So looks like the matchups that Adroit want are the Wraith King pressuring Slark and the Razor versus the Timber.
Okay.
Timber still hasn't used his TP though, so he can TP away from this Razor, but Slark is Slark's also got his TP. So we might have one more.
We'll have it too.
We might have one more round of swaps.
Yeah. I mean, I think though that if they swap at this point, then there's just another TP and it kind of doesn't end up mattering. But we'll see if it happens. But yeah, this is you're gonna get the lane matchup that you want. That's the power of Chen. And we'll keep our eyes on this mid lane, see how it works. I think that the Razor versus Timber matchup is kind of annoying, particularly at the early levels, because you want to be getting those points up and reactive. But if you do that, then obviously you're not getting too many into chain and can potentially not break the link.
Yeah, and you're never pressuring, right? You're never like walking up and getting Whirling Death off and getting the potential for a kill. But it does seem like the lanes have maybe stabilized, at least for a second. Divine Favor's coming back off cooldown in 15. Maybe they'll make another swap. Boogie is behind the mid lane. Looking for something.
I mean, they definitely see him.
Yes. That they do.
It looks like, yeah, he's just trying to make his way down here and get the charge off onto Boomy. Does have phase shift. Was that a recall interrupted? Am I crazy?
It's on cooldown, so... Oh, no, but they brought the Razor top.
Okay.
Yeah, no, recall brought Razor top. They're just swapping again to keep trying to force these matchups that they want.
So, pretty even so far in this laning stage. We'll have to see what the sort of regen situation is like. Keep our eyes on that. But at least so far, so good for Adroit. Lina is leading the CS, but everybody else is having a good time on the Dire.
Yeah. Yeah, these laning matchups pretty good. Nika Baby taking some pressure, but... Alright, that time around, Boomy gets the phase shift.
Yep. And Natsumi there, and now punching away onto Raging Potato with all of the right-click damage and even that little creep right there. It's a little bit of a problem, but First Blood is going to go the other way as Boomy drops. And they make the kill happen. Well done. But in the meantime, it's just denied the neutral creep. So yeah, Raging Potato is going to come back after 20 seconds.
He survived on 2 health.
That's kind of nuts.
Pretty gross. Boogie.
And he's going to be ran down now too. So they're trading hits. That's the nice part about this, is really high base damage on the puck.
Yeah, they've really buffed Puck to the point where he's a pretty fantastic laner. KP is level 4 now, actually able to start slapping back against Buccarino a little bit.
Yeah.
So it seems like Timber having an okay lane. Nika Baby does have some CS. A little pressure once again.
Raging Potato just eating those Wraithfire blasts as well.
Interesting skill build from the Wraith King. He's opted for an early point in the Vampiric Aura. I don't know if they just want to push the lane. Oh, kill it mid.
Nice play there with the Spirit Breaker to get the charge through, and also going to be able to refill the bottle afterwards. So Moon going to have a nice time there. The 1v1 evening up a little bit as the level 4s are being hit by both heroes.
They might just be able to kill the Death Prophet again at level 6, once Lina has 6. That's going to be harsh. Boogie trying to come in from a charge from behind here. It's only heading to the Wraith King, though.
In the meantime, Nico Baby is taking a lot of harassment there. If they turn to fight, get a couple more right clicks, Nico Baby might just go down. Alive on 60 HP. Ninja Boogie also taking some harassment. Switching over to the side, able to get that salve fully used. Ninja Boogie, the bulldoze, as well as the walk away, keeps him fine and dandy. The pressure continuing to be mounted here on the Nico Baby. I mean, he's still getting CS, but he's being harassed.
5-minute bounties. Ninja Boogie wants him.
Oh, does he live through this? Afterwards, bulldoze, walk away. But the puck, he TP'd in and finds the punch. No, he's not going to be able to do it. He gets the kill.
All right. Still, though, super worth to get 2 bounties.
Yeah.
For your life at that point. Moon up top, going for Baccarino.
Rotation makes it happen. Dragon Slave gets the kill. Well played. Moon making moves.
All right, very nice use of the invis. Good rotation. Oh, and he's going to get the bottle refill as well off of Ninja Boogie.
Nice.
All right, that's so nice. They're keeping this Lina on the map constantly.
That's what they need to make happen.
Yeah, Slark can catch up later, but the Lina needs to have a good start. She's all the damage for the early game. They've got set up with the Spirit Breaker and the Rubik, but Lina is the one who's actually going to be killing anybody in these early stages. So, very good game so far for Moon.
But look at them just like tear down this tower. Like the Chen creeps are just taking it, and they want to take away the tier 1 tower super early.
Yeah. Yeah, if they can take all those tier 1s, then that catch-up zone for the Slark won't exist. He won't have the space in the jungle.
I mean, Mac is 2 levels behind, but he just hit level 6. And yeah, Raging Potato silenced. They give him the clap, give him the punch. Boomy on a killing spree. Position for Puck. Making it happen. And, I mean, I don't know how you stop this. They're going to send in the tornado in a second. Boomy is just diving here. Does have the jaunt away afterwards. Not going to happen, though. Raging Potato manages to zap him down.
Yeah, he can't phase while leashed, right?
Yeah.
So, the pounce is actually very annoying for Puck. But the matchup kind of goes both ways a little bit if you get a silence on the Slark when he doesn't have Dark packed up. Charging top Baccarino is harassing down Nico Baby a little bit, but he does have the ultimate, so they might be able to commit here, though there is some turnaround potential.
Yeah. Status resistance, quite nice, but can they get this kill on a Ninja Boogie? Looks like the answer is yes. And again, Nico Baby gonna pop the ultimate this time. Bach walks away. And Boomy looks like he's gonna be fine too. So now the pressure's turned onto the tier 1 top as well. So no matter where they're going, Mineski kind of just keep on getting ran at.
Yeah. They've Mac has not skilled up the ulti just yet. He's actually floating 2 skill points.
Okay.
So see what he does. They might be waiting for that move that you were talking about, where they potentially TP in the Death Prophet and just instantly pop the Exorcism.
Right.
For now, he's just actually maxing out the Crypt Swarm just to farm a little bit more.
Okay.
This start of this game has been pretty slow for him. Oh, charge up top. Looking for Boomy. Doesn't get caught by the stun. Manages to jaunt away. That's a big rotation. Moon missing on that one.
Not able to find that kill he wanted. There's an Arcane Rune that pops up here in the top side as well. So Lina can save that one for a Laguna Blade play if she so desires. Death Prophet almost level 8. Taking that 1 point in silence, but still no ulti as of yet. And looks like KP is just going to walk away from them as well. But a lot of space given to Boomy here.
Pounce at top, but Nico Baby actually the one perhaps in a little bit of danger. Just got wand charges. I guess it's just threatening.
Yeah.
He is going straight up Midas, but only 300 gold worth of progress towards the recipe. So
Timber denies the tower bottom. And they are playing consistently, sacking 1 hero and then giving Boomy a lot of farm. In this game, it looks like it's the Death Prophet.
Oh, okay, they kind of lifted Natsumi, but don't want to go for that kill. Bach's actually in here, pops the ulti, but also can't chase anything down. Lots of little pokes and prods, forcing TPs, forcing the rotations, but nobody hard committing to anything just yet.
It's sort of a weird game in that way.
Yeah, both position 1s, like the Wraith King and the Slark, they're both going Midas, but they've both been slowed down by being stuck in tri-lanes and stuff like that. So overall pace of the game feels relatively slow. Like highest level 8 by, I guess Leden's got level 9 by 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But yeah, not a ton happening. I want to see this. The exorcism usage has not been there just yet from Mac. Not the same way that it was in that other game. Though they had double save in that other game. In this game, they just have some bonus healing, and that's about it.
Now, this is a very large move yet again, as they're going to bring all the Chen creeps up towards the top, trying to secure the bounty runes away. Dreamcoil used onto the potato. Pick up that bounty. Kill him off. And now the charge coming through as well. That was actually a jaunt forward by Boomy. All the creeps are here, and he's taking a lot of harassment from Nico Baby. Pounce off cooldown in 1. Moon shows up as well, wants to clear through these creeps. The chase forward, Nico Baby able to pounce out. And it looks like that's about it. Moon still chasing. Has the haste run.
He's scaring them, but he doesn't have the mana to really do very much here.
No, and is actually getting his damage drained as well, and the haste run is worn out. Nico Baby here as well. Charge coming through. They want to dive this one if they can. Stomp not going to connect. And that puts the end on it looks like. As Timbersaw runs forward.
If they don't get any kills, this is hugely in Adroit's favor.
Yeah.
They just brought all of their cores top. We've got DP farming bottom, and Wraith King's been farming the jungle. Like, that last minute with no kills for Mineski, that's a lot of gold that they just gained on the Adroit side. And Mineski seemingly want to stick around here. They do send Nico elsewhere to continue farming towards his Midas.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're going to be successful in taking out this tier 1 tower. So the KP rotation ends up being almost a complete waste of time.
Really rough. And in the meantime, Mac is playing catch up, right? Like,
Yep.
This is what this hero needs to do, is be able to be a tank eventually. And gonna TP away. TP's back all the way to base. That charge is not gonna do anything. And they can recall him in with the Chen. 5-man Dota time. Adroit, they got some items.
Yeah. Moon's had 2 good rotations so far, but Lina unable to get too much more. Now just a Dream Coil straight up from Boomy.
Oh my god, the silence, it's gonna be brutal. KP needs to back the hell out of here. So they used the glyph, but this is gonna be the tier 1 tower going down, absolutely. And in the meantime, you know, Natsumi's still farming up. He's gonna have his Midas done. Big plays.
Yeah, okay, so Lina's almost got Yules. That's another timing for Moon. It's really just about the 4 heroes that aren't Slark for Mineski. Both teams playing pretty similarly, right? They're waiting for their position 1 to farm Midas and to farm items. Everybody else is running around and trying to use their spells the best they can, get down some nice wards. But I would say so far it does feel like Mineski a little bit more in control of the early game. They got some nice ganks on the Razor and the Death Prophet, but the last few minutes have been very nice for Adroit.
Well, and you look at these like net worths and look, okay, Radiant is up on top, but I'd say the big difference here is that they're playing with a position 4 Puck who's actually halfway to Blink Dagger.
Yep.
Like that is going to be scary for them when that timing comes out, and having, you know, Yules on a couple of different heroes. They can't get bursted, most likely. We'll see how it goes. Mineski, right now, looking a little bit in the favor of the other direction, as they are end up losing the Spirit Breaker down bottom.
Man, playing Spirit Breaker when you're not on the front foot feels so bad. It's just like if you don't feel like you can set up anything for your team, then what can you really do? Everybody that's not Nico needs to go maybe play around the Lina a little bit.
Spirit Breaker is going to come out to charge that bottom wave, push it out. If they can find Mac here, this would be big. But he walks away, and the silence is out. Is he actually trying to get aggressive on that afterwards? Mac is crazy.
Man knows no fear.
Bottom lane. Ninja Boogie. Found, killed, and Nico Baby does find the leash there onto Bach, but Hand of God, TP away, no more pounce, and Bach is out by the skin of his teeth.
All right. Well, if they want to, they can. I think the Divine Favor is off cooldown. Oh, no, 10 seconds to go.
Boomy, silence. Continues to run, and you can see KP just wants to make something happen right now, but it's not happening. I mean, how much pressure is there right now, would you say, on the side of Mineski to get things done? Or do you think it's okay if this game sort of goes into a little bit of a stalemate for a little while?
I don't think so. I think the Lina and the Timbersaw fall off later. Like, if the Lina or the Timber get caught by a Dream Coil or a Blink Stun or the Razor is just up in their face, I think both of those heroes just die. And that's extremely problematic if you're Mineski.
What a great tip we have right here, by the way.
Ah,
Yeah.
well, there you go.
If you want to see how to play Dota, check out these guys. Just buy a Bassie and a Smoke. Moon likes it.
Bassie is an amazing item. You know what the coolest play with Bassie is?
What's that?
You disassemble it, you buy a drum, and you buy an urn.
Hey. Look at that.
It's value. You're playing like Bounty Hunter or something. You're gonna buy a drum anyway. You might buy an urn. Value.
Let's go for it. I like it.
It gives you 8 damage.
Radiant's
What an item.
is taking a drubbing.
That is that's a base kip tip.
It's one of the few items that, well, like Perseverance used to give you damage randomly out of nowhere. I think Bassi is the,
Yeah.
it's like the last item that gives you just, so, hey, have some free damage for building this item.
It's the new Perseverance. Odie Pixel, if you're listening, go buy it. So 15-minute bounty runes coming up now. Adroit, they're going to try and secure themselves 3 of them, it looks like. Timbersaw throws out the Chakram, but won't be able to get there quite in time. And looking quite good. Where do they go now, though? Like, is it just trying to run down tier 1 mid, or is it better to maybe pressure the jungle of the Radiant a little bit?
Moon, can you find it? Okay, just take the creeps. That sucks.
What do you think? Oh, Coil.
What's up here, though?
Wait a minute, Bach, he pulled him back in. Divine Favor making it work. Chase down. Not going to be there for Moon. And instead, Raging Potato able to make the play, keep his buddy survivable. Steals away some Plasma Field, and Mineski able to dodge that rotation.
A little bit more farm time, but the net worth is still moving in a dire direction. They're just, everybody, they got the full Tricore. Everybody's farming on the map. Death Prophet's catching back up. She's got her Yule Scepter now. She's still behind the Lina, but other than those 2 rotations, Lina's just been farming for the most part.
Silence comes out. And right now, Boomy is level 10.
Yep.
Like, he's doing it. Atsumi pushes out the top wave as well. Already has some skeletons out on the map, getting him some extra farm while this is all going on. In the meantime, Exorcism was used mid. Yule Scepter. Secondary Yule Scepter coming out, though, from Bach. Make sure that he doesn't get hit by that Light Strike Ray. And the damage coming out into this tower. They're going to take tier 1 mid. And meanwhile, the chase for it for more. Moon again going to pop that coil, chasing him down. Does he get the body blocks out? Boomy makes it happen, but it's not quite good enough, I don't think, because this Plasma Field does not get used. And it looks like Adroit are just going to back out after the Exorcism. Charge. Onto the Chen. They take the Mud Golem, can hurl the boulder there to try and make a little bit of extra space. Nico Baby onto Bach, tries to run away. Does have that Yule Scepter, but needs to wait till Nico Baby comes out to use it and turns it back around, able to create that extra bit of space. Raging Potato wants to get the kill, and he will claim it. So 3 go down. Mineski, some signs of life.
That was just a really bad direction to disengage. I mean, they chased Moon across. They got kind of baited.
Yeah.
That was a very, very difficult kill on the Lina without a like blink on the Wraith King or something. So, and that's 100% what costs them, right? Otherwise, there's no way for Slark to TP in. If they just back up the mid lane, then Slark can't come in and get any of that. But instead, they lose 3. So a bit of a misstep. Adroit, I feel like we've been hyping them up, but they are still making some little misplays here and there. But the Wraith King still farming away with his skeleton buddies. He's about 1,000 gold away from his Radiance. Boomy wants to deny this top tower, but not before they actually TP in the Death Prophet.
They're getting charged right now.
He was getting charged,
okay.
But no longer.
Oh, Boomy.
Oh, no.
That's not it.
Range creep get that denied?
Blink out. Oh, immediately coiled. Well played by Boomy, and they will find that kill. In the meantime, Bach goes down. So well played. Raging Potato and KP work together to find that kill. And, well, Spirit Breaker likes what he's seeing. So nicely done. And Mineski, for the past couple of minutes, making the moves they need to. Yule Scepter lift up.
Oh,
or, excuse me. Just a lift up by the Rubik.
Right,
kill him off. That's huge.
That's Raging Potato finding, like, setting up 2 kills for his core is very, very nice. And now Moon has himself a Shadow Blade, so he's going to continue trying to pressure and gank. This is going to make his life a little bit easier in terms of finding these opportunities. Nico is going for an S-Noy this game, trying to tank up a little bit more, live through that initial burst.
Okay.
And then just keep on getting the stacks. I don't mind this.
I mean, you look these past couple of minutes, Mineski have kind of turned it back around again. As the net worth lead now 2,000 into their favor, and more importantly, that experience really starting to balloon up. So Nico Baby, left alone, gets himself that level 15 talent. And Adroit needing to find some answers.
The game will swing back at the double BKB.
Okay.
Though. Like, Death Prophet and Razor both going for it, and Wraith King is about to start making some plays now that he has his Radiance online, so. This is...
Oh, another charge broken there. And Ninja Boogie left up in the air. Looks like they're going to take him down here. Still did not connect onto the other heroes, and Nico Babe was able to pick up the bounty rune.
All right, well, the droid are like, hey, we're right outside Roshan. Look at all these summons and ghosts that we have. Spooky, spooky.
And it's really hard to contest this right now. Although Boomy did just show...
They're coming over here.
Well, this is dangerous. Kind of fights going on simultaneous.
They got the root on him.
Nico Baby. All right, Midas is the creep. They find the catch, get the Aegis. It's on a Natsumi. They were able to take down that puck. But likewise,
Stomp.
KP is kind of in the middle of nowhere.
It's time to stomp.
The stun goes out, but it's a little bit too late.
That would have been a kill for sure if he'd gotten that Centaur stomp properly. Because I think he had two, actually. Yeah, a little bit of a mismicro.
So Aegis claimed by the Wraith King, but they did lose the puck for it. And Natsumi, this guy has 3 lives.
Do you really want to go on the Wraith King, guys?
Yeah,
Ask yourself this question.
Timbersaw does some damage. They throw the stun out onto Ninja Boogie, and he just drops. And now going to lose the Timbersaw as well. KP goes down.
All right, Moon's taking tier 2. That's pretty good. He is quite farmed, and I was talking about him having issues with these get-up-in-your-face heroes, but he is going to have the BKB before too long, so just his raw net worth is going to kind of get him out of a tricky situation in this game.
They're rapping, though. They know.
No TP for 17.
The dust, the stomp! Oh, the stomp! Give him the stomp! The chase down! They get the kill! 60 seconds on the sideline for the Lina.
Are they out of tips?
It might just be. It might just be.
I think, yeah, okay.
Well, silence there. Just going to clear out the creep wave. And again, the strength of Chen. In 30 seconds, he can recall back that puck.
Actually, yeah, the puck is so unique. Well, Puck and Chen are so unique in terms of their ability to do this kind of lane clearing and influencing, right? Being able to send a hero to go and cut the wave almost completely risk-free, and then still being able to bring them back to the fight when necessary. Boomy can even just sit here, and he can keep threatening Nico to cancel his TP if he tries to go back while they high ground. I mean, I don't think they're actually going to go high ground here. They've still got other items to farm, and the double BKB timing isn't online just yet, which is what they're probably waiting for, but the ability to get that qualifier Dream Coil and then TP him in.
Box in trouble, though.
Why is he here? Why is he on this hill?
Yeah, that was a little bit of a flub there.
Yeah.
But Mineski take full advantage. They're able to find that charge vision and then afterwards punish him very heavily. So Mineski buying themselves a little bit more time. I mean, once you get this BKB online for Lina, can they start to fight at that point? Like, because it feels like with this Aegis, Adroit can kind of just run down lane to lane to lane to lane.
I think they need to wait out, but it's only another 2 minutes. For Aegis. They've almost got level 18 on the Slark and the Lina as well, so that's also a little bit of a boost. Really sucks for Adroit that it was the Razor who died, because he's the one that they wanted to finish BKB on before doing, like, this farming Aegis is supposed to be for the 2 BKBs, and one of the people who the last person who's supposed to be farming their BKB just died. So yeah, that really kind of offsets a lot of this Aegis timing. But Moon, I wonder if he'll go the Fiery Soul stack talent this game.
Just to be another core?
He's got a blight. What is this? Is he gonna go for Deso? He's got a Blightstone.
Maybe just casual. Oh my god, the Dream Coil though! The follow-up is there. They got the long duration silence. The BKB is used, and in a second, Moon might be in some more trouble as they're trying to chase this guy down. BKB about to wear off. Seeing if he can hide off to the side, and Well, he actually does it over in the trees.
Very nice juke. He knew that, yeah, Wraith King's blink was going to come back off cooldown. He couldn't just run.
Yeah.
So, all right. But you can see the issue as well. Like, even with the BKB, right? Lina just gets jumped on, loses half of her HP, and then has to spend the rest of the fight running away. Things would be different if Timbersaw could actually stand strong on the front lines and give the fight the structure.
Right.
But without that, Lina just gets found every time, and Adroit, all right, they don't have the BKB, but they're still willing to just try and force their way up onto the high ground.
And Nico Baby is going to have to TP back now after the glyph was used in the top side and trying to bring down this Wraith King. He still has that Aegis. He still has Reincarnation. Jaboogie tries to walk through all of them, so does KP. They're taking a lot of this physical damage out from the Exorcism. The stun goes out now onto the Lina as well. Force Staff keeping her alive. That's fine on Danny. Natsumi takes down the tower, stunned again. That's going to be the Aegis. BKB popped from Mac. They want to try and take down a little bit more or just get out.
All right, time to run.
Dual Scepter, lift, turn, coil, connects onto 2. Not bad, but they're going to blow up the Wraith King. No more Radiance in this fight. Boomy needs to get the heck out. The Stomp comes there, but they're still not killing him off. The regen coming, but it is going to be the Timbersaw going down. And now Ninja Boogie, after having bought back, wants to kill off this Death Prophet. The regen has expired, and so too has the DP. And it looks like they overstayed their welcome.
Yeah, nice tier 3, but I think they should have just ditched the Wraith King. Like, they did get what they got, the Timber, and they got the Spirit Breaker.
Yeah.
With that turnaround, but then they lost 2 more cores, so definitely not worth. They probably would have lost at least 1 more person to like the Spirit Breaker chase or something like that. Just Slark Vision plus Spirit Breaker chase.
Oh, good lift. Jay is on it. My man Bimbo making the things happen.
Nico Baby just in the base. All right, that's where the creeps spawn, so that's where I'm going to be. And big swing back. This is going to be the tier 2 for sure. Losing the puck actually hurts so much.
Yeah.
They don't have the spam to be able to hold out the mid lane. I don't think they're going to go high ground, but just losing control of the lane is going to take them a little bit longer to reset, get bottom lane pushed out, get mid lane pushed out. They've taken this tier 3, but the real test now will be when can Adroit get back onto the other side of the map to take out the shrines and reestablish a little bit of control.
And this part that we've talked about before as well is the Slark in this game.
Oh my god, he's got 4.8k gold in his coffers.
But also just the vision control that you're going to get because you were able to get back out on the map, find out where some wards are, and potentially take them out. Right now, Radiant, they have wards pretty much deep into the dire jungle, and then these wards should be taken out really soon as well once the Slark gets back onto that side of the map.
Lina is going for the right-click build here.
Oh,
heading towards the Daedalus. Oh, they managed to interrupt the Divine Favor.
Okay, and Wraith King.
Oh, nice blink silence. Mac in the middle of everybody.
Middle of all of them. Catches Rubik. If they can blow up the Rubik at the start of this is huge. But Natsumi just goes down again. He didn't have his ulti back up. 30 seconds away. And that is really problematic. They need to back out of here very quickly. KP looking for the follow-up. Has the Yule Scepter out. Catches on the Bach. But it looks like that's going to be the end of the chase.
It's a long rotation for Boomy to get here. He's not even going to come. He's just going to try and shove out mid lane a little bit.
And it's really tough playing as the puck now. You have to be able to kill off the creeps without showing. Although the charge was already used, so he won't get caught out there. And the TP's coming over for him. He realizes Rubik is on his way. Meanwhile, Go Baby. Getting a little bit fresh in the jungle.
Yep.
It's a 4,000 gold lead for Mineski.
All right. Yeah, this Slark is getting big. And once he gets BKB, they can do basically nothing about him.
Yeah.
The 2 silences were annoying for a little bit, but once that comes out, he should just be able to chew through the fights. Unfortunately, he hasn't got a single kill yet. He's 0-0 and 5. He's just been farming the entire time. KP, not gonna try and go for him, Boomy.
They last it's 291. Not bad.
Yeah, it's really good. Especially given that they've been getting pressured quite a bit.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of other Slark players might have kind of crumbled under the pressure of that tri-lane in particular. But he was able to make it out of there afterwards and just start running around the map and farming.
Yeah, his team made a lot of space as well. Well, you know, you look at Boogie and he's got a ton of deaths, but Some of them were scouting and pushing out lanes to give you information. CML, okay, puts the center down and just about face, get me out. That's Alina.
Yeah. That's where I die.
Yeah.
Boomy, Spirit Breaker, ships in the night. There's a ward down
You
now.
can see Adroit still haven't crossed back onto the dark and scary Radiant side of the map. Oh, those poor skeletons, they're trapped.
No. But yeah, this is the problem of now playing against the Slark. Like, the one vision that they have over here, it's kind of hard to make that move, especially when Mineski are playing up in your face. And if you separate too far, Slark will pick you off.
Yeah. And you can kind of see why Death Prophet's going for the blink as well. They just want that little bit of extra catch.
Right.
They want to find this pick so that they can get back over there, take out the shrine, set up for Roshan number 2, like get this game plan back on the rails. But Mineski are not making it easy to cross the river. Oh, and Razor getting jumped.
Just sitting on top of a ward. Gets taken out. And that's what happens if you leave your team for an instant. Get punished, particularly when they have that vision advantage, just sitting on top of that ward. It should reveal that there's a ward there, and we'll see if Adroit are able to get that D ward going.
We always talk about it, when a game swings back on Chen, it always swings back really hard.
Right.
Like, you go from this point where you're super strong, your creeps are taking the buildings, you're looking good, your Hand of God is doing enough to like keep your teammates alive through an extra couple of seconds, and then you go to the point where you don't have any creeps, there's no room on the map to rebuild your army, your creeps just die in a few hits, and your heal is not enough to be significant in the face of like Slark pumping auto attacks and Lina just right-clicking.
This could be the moment, though. Forcing a fight
Moon with
Mineski.
the value backpack Blightstone.
Yeah. I think they realize now what's happening. Mineski. I don't know. I feel like right now, if you're Mineski, you kind of just don't want to fight for a little while, right?
Yeah, you can get another item on the Slark. Why not? Like, you're the ones in control of the map. This could even end up being a farming Aegis a little bit.
Okay.
Like, get that tier 2 and then just farm out the dire side. Move your like ward radius in 1 step.
Okay.
And just kill them if they ever try and come out of the base with Spirit Breaker. And now Spirit Breaker, for going from being on the back foot the whole game, doing nothing, and now they're on the front foot.
Yeah.
And Ninja Boogie's got to be feeling amazing about what he can accomplish from this point forward. So yeah, Chen going from hero to 0, Spirit Breaker 0 to hero. It's a big swing.
It's happening. All right now. So yeah, KP. Almost level 20. And
How's this Rubik so farmed, man? Or is it just that Baccarino is really poor? A little bit of A, a little bit of B.
yeah, I think also the like comeback that you sort of get when you're that far ahead, and then I don't think he had to buy back in the fight, if I'm not mistaken.
He does have participation in 14 out of the 17 kills that his team's got. So.
And a lot of those kills were on the comeback, so.
Yeah. He is also he is the position 4. Right. In fairness, Spirit Breaker's playing 5.
Yeah. Oh, a bit of a battle brewing. Puck is not here, down on the bottom side, but they will find one. It's the Spirit Breaker. KP also there. Boomy shows up. They have the coil onto 2, and KP silenced yet again. Lotus Orb is out to try and keep him alive, but it looks like it's to no avail, as they will find that silence and kill. And I mean, fighting into Aegis, what more could you ask for? They didn't even have to use Exorcism.
Yeah. Nice place to fight. Had the shrine as well. I think they were anticipating that was about to be an all-out brawl, but just didn't really materialize. Mineski elsewhere on the... Oh, Moon. Stun on Boomy.
Phase shift? Oh, not going to happen. Moon gets the kill.
Hand of God not going to save him there. Okay. Well, they got those kills, but they still haven't really moved out on the map.
So we talked about Timbersaw sort of falling off a little bit along with the Lina.
Lena's fine.
Lena's fine now.
Lena's owning. Yeah.
She did go the Fiery Soul per stack as well.
Yeah, Lena's going... Well, Moon has just kept his farm up this whole game. Right. That is the most important thing. You don't fall off if you just keep getting creeps. Baccarino trying to do what the Puck did earlier.
Uh-oh.
Same fate.
And disarm, trying to keep him alive. BKB runaway. Raging Potato's damage is not enough. And so, he's able to TP away. Do they realize it? Just barely out of there. Nico Baby, in the meantime, goes pretty high up and silenced. Has to force to eat the cheese. Oh, that's not what you want. And now with DP Ags.
Yeah, DP Ags is so ownage. Just even the fact that it has the slow.
Yeah.
Like the slow and the heal, it's got kind of every little thing that Death Prophet wants. That's like, oh, it does a little bit of extra damage? Great. Oh, it also heals me a little bit? Awesome. And it slows them? Even better. Okay, so cheese gets forced out. They have Aegis for another minute and 40.
That was a smoke on top of a ward, and also Puck just completing Aghanim Scepter.
Oh, the Puck Ags is a big deal. We've seen Lena walking away from fights.
Yeah.
Plenty. And Slark also needs to be careful. He has to make sure that he packs it off. Potato dives in deep.
In the middle of all of them. Puck Ags, it's there. It's caught, and Moon in a little bit of trouble. He's going to throw out the ulti. Does manage to take down Bach, and now he's trying to stand tall in this engagement. He's walking away and is going to be able to get out of there. Not breaking the coil. Too much damage coming out from Nico Baby. Never mind. They weren't in trouble at all. They knew what they were doing. Good reaction, and well, Puck phase shifting, trying to walk away. Gets the blink out. With no DP for 60 and no Razor for 40, Mineski looking to take the first set of racks. Tier 3 tower already about to go down.
This is looking like Mineski's game to lose at this point. The Slark is just so big. Got a little bit too tanky, a few too many items. They've gotten all of the answers to the lockdown from Adroit as well, because a lot of it is soft lockdown.
Oh. That's some hard lockdown. Yeah, that's the thing. There's like no way to break that coil either. On the side of Adroit.
Yeah, no way to force it.
Right.
So Mineski just going to take full 2 lanes. I think that Adroit could have won this, but they really lost a lot of momentum with Baccarino getting picked off those couple of times before he got his BKB. Oh, Moon.
And Moon does actually break the coil here. But he's still
Aegis.
invis. And BKB, oh, good reaction with the Greaves out as well. That's Aegis expiring. Charge comes through. Bach gonna drop, and Moon back up to full HP and mana. Hand of God, not nearly enough. They go back in for another round, why don't you? That was also a nice little coil stolen from the Rubik. Boomy tries to escape, and he will back away, but another lift from the Potato. Jay has been owning. They're all over it right now, and, well, it's a good amount of damage out as well. So the DP tries to do what she can. No exorcism, but all of those little skellies, it's not looking like it's going to be enough.
All right. Mineski, I guess they just swing bottom, close it out. Nothing really that they can do. Exorcism is back up soon, but I don't see Mac 2v5ing this fight. He probably just gets chain stunned as soon as he comes back in. The Nether Strike is back off cooldown, so.
They've got the burst for him. Natsumi jumps in, immediately gets pulled down, didn't get the blade mail off either, and is going to try and just walk at Moon, but GG is called, and it's going to game number 3, ladies and gentlemen. Mineski versus Adroit. And I honestly wouldn't want it any other way. I feel like both of these teams have looked solid. I'm excited.
I'm glad to see Mineski looking like they were on form. They had a pretty solid game. Moon, very impressive farm.
Which way do we go is the question to ask. There are so many choices that it's hard not to look past. What is real and what is fake, and the risk we have to take. Will we know what is growing over balance? We're trying to find ourselves without the defining words. We can no longer hold on to what only makes us hurt. We cannot sink into the dark. The vertigo is getting sharp. There's something greater than ourselves that we must reach for.
the stories that we sing. Someone's waiting to be told. Acting compasses the blame. We watch the scenes we live unfold.
Ivern here, maybe, right? That'd be okay.
Yeah, that's what
Winter Wyvern against
wanted to,
Beastmaster.
But
But don't you want something that gives you some late game insurance so that if you beat the timer, you're in great shape?
That's what Enigma is.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Somebody that carries a little harder. And remember, there's a Rubik on the other team, so Enigma's going to be
That's
kind of
true.
a
Alright, troll. Nice and lane against the Beastmaster. Pretty good at killing the boars.
some late game.
Yeah, some late
It
game.
matches up against Jug, okay?
Yep, for sure. 100%. Okay, so it does seem like it's just going to be...
And they could still pick
Enigma,
out, right?
if it's not
Eh,
I think Enigma 4, I think this is too greedy from Adroit, personally. I think that, I like what you're saying about, like, you know, being able to outsustain the timing push, but I feel like Troll kind of gives you a little bit of an awkward timing where, like, he might not be online by the time they need to fight.
He does well in his
Yeah.
lane though, which is going to slow down the whole push
Okay.
of Mineski in general.
they're going to need the mech on the Enigma real bad.
They need to find a way to approach these guys when they come up to their towers. Currently, it does
Yeah.
not look very easy.
They can't start fights. And...
Is there any way to flip this with Mineski where they can make it, like,
Why
go
would you?
later?
Oh, or what they can get the, like, they can have the late game?
Yeah. Or do you need to?
I don't know.
I don't know if you need to. I think now they've just gotten two big cooldowns in the black hole
Core
and the
silencer.
exorcism.
Counter the bristleback with the with the arcane curse.
Somebody did run that.
Hit him with the core silencer. Man.
It was
Let's go.
Genespris. They
I
did it.
think Mineski might just go DK here.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Play fast, knock down towers.
20-minute racks. Yeah.
It's definitely possible. Those are the kind of lineups where Undying can thrive.
How is that lane against DP?
I think it's okay. It's kind of a wash,
Dragon
isn't
Knight.
it?
Sure,
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's the. I don't think anybody really wins.
Nobody wins in that lane. No,
We
they
all
both
die
suck.
from
No,
boredom.
It's true, right? Exactly.
Pugna
It's
again.
totally true.
Yeah, if the
Ooh, I
Pugna
like
is
Pugna.
kind of all in.
It is all in.
It's
but
nice against Troll,
good.
though. That is the one upside.
Yeah,
It really messes up Troll's game.
and they really need a way to crack high ground and kill buildings.
Ninja Boogie, what are you thinking? What's your smiling face pondering? I want to know.
How do you know he's smiling? Maybe he's scowling.
That guy's always smiling. What are you talking about? You seen Ninja Boogie?
He does smile a lot, actually.
Yeah, but he might be scowling right now.
That's true. He could be. Hopefully for them, he's not.
Oh,
That's the flip around.
spirit.
That's the flip around. I
Kind
think
of.
they win late game now. Like
I
they
don't-
don't have to. Let me rephrase that. Let me rephrase
I don't
that.
think that's
They
their
don't
plan.
lose late game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That I would agree with.
It gives them a chance. They can, like, with an enormous storm spirit, they can big storm spirit, big Jug can win this game
Yeah.
if it goes late. But I don't think that's even remotely the plan.
No. I'm with you.
Yeah.
This is a tough one to call. Obviously, Mineski have a win condition. The question is, can they do it?
How good is Bristleback?
Yeah, I
How
don't
good
think
is
this Bristle's
Undying?
that scary.
I don't actually know. Like,
I would rather have Mineski's lineup. I think.
is Bristleback going to start the game 4-0 or 0-4?
Well, he's gonna have his lane pulled back, we assume, right? By
Yeah,
the
that's
Enigma,
true.
and he's gonna be laning there. But the Undying's also just gonna have a stick and then keep decaying you, and they're both gonna have sticks, and it's gonna be really messy.
Yeah, the Undying's annoying
sound like
for
a lot
like
of fun.
5 levels or something. Once the game goes past 10 minutes, Bristleback, as long as he hasn't
Yeah,
fed,
but if
is gonna
Bristleback
be
got
fine.
spun on 3 times by a Juggernaut, his game's over. Because he had 300 HP from decay spam.
Yeah,
pretty conservative from Betway.
but it'll have the Enigma. What? So 1.5 Mineski, 2.3
That's
Adroit.
pretty much how I feel about this game. I do favor Mineski here. 'cause
Betway sniping it.
I think it's difficult to execute this lineup from Adroit.
I think they have a really strong timing push still themselves. Like we were talking all about the Mineski push. Like look at Adroit. like Death Prophet ulti.
Yeah.
Like they can hit the
True.
timing here.
First Roche is going to be crazy. First Roche seems really good this
And I
game.
think that Adroit get it. Like Black Hole,
I don't know,
Exorcism.
Tombstone, dude.
Gotta fight the Hawks, man. The vision.
I think
Third eye.
I think
See
I'm
into
going
your soul.
I think
going Adroit, too.
I think I'm in the Adroit camp.
I'm taking Mineski.
I've been swung.
Have you been? Wait, who's? No one's been wrong every game, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Don't
yeah.
think so.
Trent suggested Adroit last time.
Yes,
so.
I was wrong last
yeah.
game, but I think I was right the first game.
Yeah,
but I'll take
nobody's
Mineski this
streaking.
one.
Okay.
All right.
I'm
well,
on Adroit.
ladies and gentlemen, let's do it. Boom shakalaka. We're going into the game, and my lovely, lovely panelists were underneath the blanket of friendship. We'll see you guys after this one. I got an awe out of them. That's great. So, man, Baseskip. Yo, it's been quite the runaround this series. Like,
What is happening today? Nothing's going like quite as I expected. I really thought we were gonna. If I looked at the bracket at the start of the day, I thought Genespris like 2-0 or 2-1, Amplify 2-0 or 2-1, Genespris versus Amplify upper bracket.
Yeah.
Mineski versus Adroit lower bracket. Mineski probably not too many issues against Adroit, and Adroit and Mineski both stepping it up. KP with an Orb of Venom start on his Beastmaster and some
Whoa.
old tangos. This is the I want to kill somebody right at level 1 build.
I mean, the thing is it's not only has things not gone how we feel in the more macro sense, how we thought it was going to go, but it's also like each individual game between Adroit and Mineski specifically has looked so different. And that's not often the case. Normally you see games that look kind of similar. Raging Potato already with the fast fingers getting himself that rune. It's going to be a trade-off of 2 apiece.
Okay, so the Bristleback walked up to the top. They saw the Beastmaster. I feel like Mineski are setting their lanes in like the standard way, and Adroit also sort of the same thing. They've got the Bane down here at the start, though. I think they want him to fight up against the Undying and tip the balance bottom, at least for now. He'll probably TP top to help out his.
This looks
Troll.
like such a previously we've done this in Scrim thing. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the Bristleback is answered by the Undying, and then the Bane is the answer to the Undying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Undying beats Bristle, but Bane beats Undying.
Yes.
Is the concept? Is Buckarina just gonna? Is he gonna actually farm this, or is he just doubling the wave?
I think he doubles it and farms it.
Okay.
He's got 3 mangoes, so he can
All right.
burst.
So
through
that's
pretty
why
well.
the Bane is here, because somebody needs to take the experience from this first wave.
Okay.
While it's a waste otherwise. God, backlaning has become such a thing, huh?
Yeah. And you can't contest Bristleback doing this.
Yeah, not really.
He's got good.
You can't
movement
stop him
speed.
from TPing either, so.
That's true.
I kind of like this because it instantly gets him level 2, which makes him much more tanky. You could just do it again, to be honest.
I don't see why not.
Yeah. One more double and he'll get the bottle. It's pretty good.
And you don't need to worry as much about being spun on when Juggernaut's over his tier 1 anyways. So they did block off this camp. It looks like.
Oh.
So blocking the camp so that Jug can't bring it in and farm up both simultaneously.
Yep. I wonder if Jug will spin here to. Like, if he sticks these 2 waves together, will he just try and spin them down?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, okay.
Makes sense. So good play there by Nico Baby. Mid matchup, Storm versus DP.
Mac farming.
Yeah. He's getting it. Any kill potential with Pull at 4, or do you just sort of keep on going for it?
Not with the way that Mac plays, I don't think. He tends to just ferry a lot of salve, stay full HP.
Oh, that's great. Bach buys the bottle with the first 2 wave gold.
Oh, and he gets an arcane.
Yeah.
Dang. All right, that's a huge spike. Interesting that, so you know, Mac, we've been seeing him get the bracer in some of these matchups.
Yeah.
This time he goes for the double null. So it is matchup dependent. He's not just autopiloting the same build every game. He feels like he has more of an opportunity to be aggro. And I think the main reason in this matchup is because the Storm's going to come up to the wave to put down a Remnant, and you can just hit him while he does that.
Oh, and I'm loving this lane right here, because look at Enigma is going to be stacking up the Ancients for the Bristleback.
All right.
This is sick.
Yeah, this is really good. All right, they got some bristle strats up their sleeve.
Yeah.
Bach wants to get far enough away. That
Oh, wait a minute. Excuse
Whoa, 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 whoa.
And Mac takes it to the tower, too.
421 gold versus 142.
Oh. Well done.
Very nice.
So we thought it might have been, I thought it might have been the solo kill on the that prophet, but Moon sticks around a little bit too long, gets punished.
Yeah. He wanted his bottle. He didn't want to ferry another salve or anything. But now the Death Prophet has a salve and a full wand and his full bottle, so he can just keep playing aggro.
God, look at Bach. This is sick. Oh, Ninja Boogie's going to deny some of them, but he's farming the wave and then also farming the hard camp.
Boogie's still level 1.
Dude.
Like,
man is struggling.
Is this another ancient stack for the Enigma? Oh, Boomy. He got the Midnight Pulse as well to like cut down these trees and make the stacks more reliable.
Yeah.
That's actually awesome. He's going to be able to make this like a 6 or 7 stack.
Yeah.
Because he can go north. That's so cool. Adroit strats. This reminds me of seeing the Witch Doctor Naga backlaning.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's always cool to see these. There are things that different teams theorycraft first and then start to become meta after that. Like, think about Centaur getting Retaliate stacks. How long did it take for people to be like, it was overnight, right? We saw somebody run down mid and get 3 Retaliate stacks off the tower, and then everybody's like, oh, yeah, that's of course the optimal play. Let's all do that.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel when we see some of these cute little strats deployed. Maybe not to the same extent because this is a little bit more niche and it's like 2 heroes instead of just 1 hero in the early game. But I love that Dota isn't figured out.
Yeah. Moon makes the movement over to secure bounty runes, which does allow him to refill his bottle.
That's the quad for.
Oh, that's pretty rare.
Yeah, that's
a good one.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Boomy gonna get spun on here. TP's away and completes it. Gets home. And now, just like that, Bach. Oh, dude, can he even do this? Oh my god, that was really close to him just dying. So Bach saves himself with the salve at the last second, and he's going to clear these up. Oh, man. And while I'm looking at that, we do see CML go down, but I mean, this is a huge play for him.
He's gonna have a Vanguard so fast this game.
Like, what the heck?
Like this by itself, I think is going to slow down Mineski's timing by a few minutes. Like even a fast Crimson Guard this game against the Beastmaster and his summons, like the Bristleback is going to be an absolute monster.
Oh, the sleep into Malefice, or are they just doing it to? Okay, they just wanted to get the rune. I thought they were going to come over with like a silence on
Bane,
the DP
run to your Death Prophet.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. I don't know why he was running back the other way. He should just beeline the Death Prophet, but anyway. Mac, once again, with this ult at level 6, they rotate in with Boomy as well. They're tanking up the tower. They got the siege creep. This is nice damage.
Ninja Boogie is only level 2 right now. And I don't know if they're going to be able to fully get it. It looks like they will, though, and it does go down. Mac gets a kill. Well, that is by far the earliest that they've gotten the tier 1 tower mid in this series. The other ones, it was like 20 minutes and they hadn't gotten it.
Yeah, I mean, other than some minor hiccups like the Bane dying and losing 4 bounties, this early game is looking pretty pristine from Adroit. Troll is doing okay at top. I mean, the Beastmaster's getting a lot of farm up here because he didn't have a ton of help from the start. You can even just see it. The Troll's sick, the Bane's only 3, right? So, see him must be doing other stuff on the map.
But you compare these other heroes, and the Bristleback currently 2nd highest net worth in the game, with now another double stack of these Ancients here. And yeah, Bach is farming. Bach is doing it. Nico Baby also very farmed because he doesn't really have to worry that much about farming underneath this tower. But with now what's been, what, 6, 7 stacks of Ancients that Bach is going through, he's the top net worth in the game.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the most last hits, but those last hits are also all insane value. A lot of them are Ancient creeps.
Yeah.
So it doesn't even tell the full story. And like once they have Mech or Greaves on this Enigma,
yeah, they can really just run with it. So Mac gets the kill. They have Exorcism back off cooldown. This is pretty scary.
I'm trying to figure if Troll's going to go Maelstrom or if he's just going to go like Diffusal. Are they going to... Is the plan to exploit this timing to try and win, or is the plan to use this timing to create space?
Right.
I'm very curious to see what Adroit's read is on the game. Coming up here with another exorcism used.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but whatever it is, I feel like it's going to work. Either space created or game one. They can kind of do what they want. Mineski are going to bring everybody. 4 heroes top right now. And do Adroit just TP elsewhere with the exorcism? He's just going to farm with it.
Okay. Moon came up here as well.
Look. He's going to keep some extra duration of the exorcism and maybe take the bottom tier one? I can't.
They know that he's here. He's just pressuring. Linking up with the strongest hero on the map, Baccarino. Actually, having left top, Mineski, they want to defend.
Okay, they walk into him. Back. He doesn't get the regen back in time, and a great play with that roar. Find the kill. Bach is just going to have to TP out. So a good reaction from Mineski. They walked the heroes there so they could TP afterwards.
Yeah. That's 2 core TPs, but Moon goes straight back to farming. And they do have the Jug who can TP away and go find farm elsewhere. So it doesn't cause too many problems. Oh, Rubik.
Oh,
bit of danger.
Tombstone going to be taken down. Some extra gold there going to the Bane, it looked like.
Yep.
And maybe they can try and pressure the tier 1 here with Eidolons available.
They should be able to grab both top bounties. They know that 2 heroes TP'd bottom.
Yeah.
So should be able to get a full heal and bottle refill on Bach. No Tombstone either. Ninja Boogie's not going to do anything.
I'm surprised they're not trying to pressure this tower since there aren't TPs. Yeah, they're walking back now afterwards. So Nico Baby is pushing towards the mid one a little bit. And in the meantime, Bach just behind the tower. And
Nico going a slightly farmier build. Maelstrom. Not that out of the ordinary, but...
is that Eidolons? Well done.
Nice.
And in the meantime, KP takes the bottom tier 1 tower. So a lot of pressure from all of the teams right now. But the question is, can they hold mid?
Both offlaners have so much farm. Like, the 2 offlaners are among the top 3 net worth. This is a really weird game.
Yeah. Oh, he walks in. Boomy there, roared, caught. Killed. Moon was super ready for that one. They wanted a black hole right out of it, but it's no avail.
CML? Oh, the boar slowing him down.
Nice. They do have a nightmare as well as the goal, but silence comes out. Moon trying to walk away, gets the zip TP, and he's fine.
Oh, that was so nice.
Man, Moon has been having a very nice 2 games.
He's pushing the limits though. Like, I don't know how many people would have gone for that Bane kill, but just secures the bonus. Got 500 gold out of kills off of that bottom lane, and recovering his game very nicely.
Yeah. Top side. Bach gonna be pulled back in.
Oh, they got to be careful about that. Yeah, you zip all the way. You see Storm has like a 3rd mana left, and Bristleback is 100% HP with a Vanguard. You leave. You don't go for that.
So we did have some questions about how good is this Bristleback in this game. Has the last couple of minutes given you any more clarity about that situation?
Well, it depends on whether or not they actually use him to go and do things,
right?
Or not. There's only 1 tier 1 left. The line's being drawn by Bach. I think he wants to push out like 2 waves mid and then join the rest of his team bottom to take out another tier 1 tower. They will probably lose top tier 1 as the trade. Moon is already cutting the wave up there. He's got a complete read on this movement, but they're trying to cut off the Bristleback.
Again, scary prospect. They do have the Omni Slash. Going to use it now. Bring him super low. The lift up
Bach.
And the tip. Tried to take the shortcut through the river.
Well, he thought he was
not work.
He thought he was unkillable, but that's a big mistake. So now what? They lose top tier 1 for free? Oh god, that's really bad.
Yeah.
All right, Baccarino on these. I don't know if these aren't heroes that he plays as much, like the Bristleback and the Razor, but that's 2 games now where he makes some weird positioning mistakes and costing his team some timing. I'm a little bit more glad that the troll is going for the Maelstrom here, just because it doesn't seem like they're going to be ending this game within the next 15 minutes or anything like that. Storm is already getting pretty big, and Storm only gets stronger the closer you get to his base. Like, pushing tier 3s against Storm, even before the 25 talent, is pretty miserable.
Yeah.
So I guess I just gotta farm up. Bristleback can be strong later on in the game, especially with this kind of a start. I don't think people underestimate it necessarily, but the amount of damage that Warpath can do is pretty ridiculous.
I will say that the Crimson Guard, you know, that felt like it was more about the timing push thing, which it looks like they're going to try and do now. Take down this bottom tier 1 tower. And Moon breaks the smoke there onto Bane. Again, just looking like he has a really good idea of what's going on in this game. And do they want to fight this? No, it looks like the call just push out these side lanes. Maybe even just let them take the tier 1 tower, because yeah, this move it's just coming, what, a minute and a half too late.
Look, they would have traded the top tier 1 for this bottom tier 1.
Yeah.
So I think they're quite happy to just let them have it at this point. They're going to have the much better lane position. Mid lane's getting pushed by Boogie. Top lane's getting pushed by Nico. Storm's also farming. And if they disengage in the wrong way here, Moon's going to punish them.
Yeah.
He's lurking. And Adroit splitting up.
I don't think you can kill Bach, though.
Yeah, you need way more heroes. It took everything that they had last time, pretty much.
Yeah, they are bringing in more now, though.
All right, that's all 3 cores.
That's good jump for them, but they do have the Nightmare save. And no, they nightmared the Beastmaster instead, and Bach is just dead.
Yeah, they nightmared the Storm, but they still had enough damage. It's bad. They don't. It can be really hard, like I'm saying, on heroes that people don't necessarily play that much. Like, Bach is probably thinking, I'm huge as Bristleback at 15 minutes. Surely there's no way that they can kill me. But it's very difficult to know. It's hard to have that intuition on a hero that you don't necessarily play all the time in the current meta.
Right.
So I feel like his team is telling themselves that they always have enough time to connect to him, but the case they're trying to take a fight as the Bristleback respawns. They've got the mech as well. Can they get a catch?
You'll Scepter, lift up, silence afterwards. They've got Black Hole, but Raging Potato is right there. They do have the grip. Gonna use this now afterwards if they want to. Didn't have the mana for Black Hole. He used Malefice. They had stolen already, so they couldn't have broken it.
Did Rubik just throw a creep or something at Bane to cancel that grip? I think he did.
Yeah, must have been.
That was really nicely played by Raging Potato, and he's already got a Spirit Vessel. He must have been farming a little bit with the Eidolons or something like that, because 53 CS. This is a really nice item timing for him against all 3 of the enemy cores.
It's true,
and I believe it also gets. Does Vessel interact with Arcane Supremacy? I should know this.
Not sure. TBH.
Yeah.
Don't see many Spirit Vessels this early on the Rubik for sure, but it's sort of also this thing I'm wondering, just in terms of like the more macro sense of this game, like if you're pushing Adroit, were you counting on this timing? Like, do you think that they're worried at all now, and Mineski are in a position where they can kind of play it out? What's your thoughts? Like, how concerned are you that you didn't get the maximum amount done with this super farmed Bristle, and now
I think you're telling yourself that you still have Enigma, your cores still scale quite well into the late game. You're a little bit worried about this Storm Spirit because it was the pick that you hadn't seen before you committed to this strategy, but I don't think that they should be sweating too much.
Okay. Well, this flower in the mid lane, the Ninja Boogie on the Undying, his ulti about to wear off. Top lane, Natsumi still just going to farm away. Beastmaster is here as well. But it does feel like right now Adroit are sticking together as 4, and Mineski are kind of just out farming them around the map. You look at the difference in net worth, and Mac, lift up, Yule Scepter, silence afterwards. This is going to be a rundown here as he tries to get out. but I do not believe that the potato will escape this time as he gets brought down by Mac.
Dire's middle tower is under
He tried, but makes a little bit of space actually. If Moon gets this power last at mid, I'm happy to call that worth.
Yeah. Black hole? He just black holes him. Okay. And Moon, not what he wanted to see.
All right, did you see the cast point on Ball Lightning get interrupted by the second mount?
Yeah.
He put his arms up,
Oh, nice.
started leaning forward to zip away, and then tick.
Yeah.
And that was the end of him. Very nicely done. All right, no longer worth, Gabe. No longer worth.
No longer worth.
Yeah. Jug is a farmin' though.
Yeah.
Nico Baby going for a Manta, natural choice against the Silence, against the Malefice, against the Whirling X's as well. Actually, fairly important. Oh.
Well, another grip now used. Undying, going to be killed off, and if they wanted to, I mean, is there a point where you just like walk in and try and go for an Exorcism Roche, or do you need to have Black Hole at that point, I guess?
I think you need to pick off first.
Okay. Undying doesn't count.
Mineski's too scary around the pit. You need to kill either the Beastmaster or the Storm, because
Okay.
otherwise the Hawk's just going to scout you. And then, are Mineski gonna? They have a Solar Crest on the Beastmaster and a Vlad's. This is completely unexpected if you are Adroit.
Okay, they scanned it immediately.
All right, where's? Okay, there's nobody
That's a classic.
There's nobody bought.
All right, but they're going to get it still.
All right. It's you're not expecting that it can possibly be this fast.
Yeah.
Like there's no way that you think the Beastmaster already has Solar.
And they walk in, lift up, Aegis, it's on Moon. And they got there too late, like you said.
Great.
We're ready for it. Omni Slash bouncing around. Oh my God, Adroit, you need to get the heck out of there. No, they found him though. Moon almost brought down and would have been able to catch that Aegis. Already the Death Prophet is dead. They're going to try and turn onto this one. Moon standing in the Midnight Pulse. Boomy throws around the Malphus. No, he does take it down now. But he's coming back in a second with that Aegis, and it does look like KP able to escape. Just like that, the chase down. Boomy will eventually be killed. 4 dead already. They want to kill Bach. It's dangerous going after the Bristleback, but not when you got all the mana in the world on your Storm. And a big win is 5 go down.
All right, Mineski have used the farm that KP's gotten 10 times better than the farm that Bacarino has.
Yeah.
Like, both offlaners got a lot of space this game, and I feel like KP's item build has done a lot for them. The Greaves and the Crimson Guard helped. They all stayed alive after the Omni Slash, but they were all on like a quarter HP.
He popped Crimson Guard in that fight, didn't he?
Yeah, he popped Crimson.
Okay.
I think the Jug was DD'd though.
All right,
so,
got it.
Yeah, Nico Baby just kind of chopped everybody, and now they are very behind. I don't know if he was like solar buffed as well when he pops the Omni Slash, but he did some big damage. Oh, that's bad. All right.
At least they burned through the Aegis on the Storm.
Sure. Yeah, Moon kind of got baited by the Greaves aura a little bit there, but he's only just got his Bloodstone now, so he's gonna continue farming really nicely. Nico's got his Manta, so that can always go for the +1 wave while he's shoving lanes, and Bristleback just feels like it's kind of gonna fall off.
And Bristleback found again alone. They're not there with him, and Mac wants to keep him alive. This time he might actually survive. Nightmare save for the moment. Enigma needs to get here with the Greaves to save a life, but it does not happen. Black Hole, though, possibly. He's nearby. They're catching the Storm. He's dead. That grip was almost a full duration. And now they've also found the Jug. What is happening in this game? As they've found Nico Baby, he's got to run away, but the slowdown is going to be there. And the right clicks, body blocks coming from KP, everything for my carry possible. But the stun comes through. They find Undying, and he will too die. Oh, jump forward. Good TP out there by the Jug, but it looks like they'll also get the Beastmaster. Well, Boomy has the chase down, Malefice there, and KP eventually going to fall as well. I mean, Bristleback dies that time. Maybe this was the whole plan. You just bait them into thinking you're always going to feed. And then they dive too deep.
I guess. Biggest issue, well, there were some nice saves as well. The DP came in, immediately used the Jug, stopped him from hitting for a little bit.
Right.
And then I think the Solar ran out for a bit. It was all around. A little bit, yeah, very, very tough. Very, very tough situation. They mostly needed to have Omnislash. If they have Omnislash, that's completely clean.
Yeah.
The grip probably doesn't come out. They don't lose the Storm. Sucks to lose some Bloodstone charges like that. I think Mineski just getting a little bit overconfident going before they had their abilities back up. And gotta remember that the double damage and having the Aegis both played fairly big roles in that previous fight.
And CML also, like, this Bane getting almost the full duration grip onto Storm, they have to be able to protect it.
That should hardly ever happen, yeah. But actually, there's not that many ways to cancel it. I guess once you've seen the lift and the roar happen on your Bristleback, it's pretty free.
It does kind of create a bit of a problem, too, in this fight that, like, you need... like, he stole grip on Rubik, right? So now he's got Fiend's Grip available. But if you're using the spell steal to interrupt that, then Black Hole is a threat as well afterwards.
Yeah, for sure.
At least until the Rubik gets Aegis. No, Aghanims.
That's the item. Yep.
But they want to make use of this. Raging Potato with the grip.
Oh, also, reminder, Raging Potato did not get the second point in spell steal. It's not worth it. Max your other spells first. This has been a PSA.
All the Rubik players will rejoice. Increase your win rate by 20% instantly. Oh, there it is. And they got him. It happened so quickly. Yeah, they gotta kill Rubik here.
This is Storm Spirit with setup. No, it's about to lose Fiend's Grip anyway,
Okay.
so it's
Fair
fine.
enough.
But still, killing Rubik is definitely important. Enable your Black Hole. 25-minute bounties. That's 4 little golden pickups for Mineski. Gonna extend this net worth lead even further. It plateaued for a little bit after they kind of botched that fight, but they didn't even botch it. It was just the kind of the wrong decision in the first place. Oh, all right, they got a ward on the high ground.
Yeah.
It's only gonna be Boogie who dies for this. He was trying to be really cute, cut his way through the trees and then put a ward behind the tower.
Yeah.
Which is a nice play, but
Gets punished.
Does get punished. Adroit one step ahead in this situation.
So Bristleback is going to be going for a Lotus next.
Oh, this ward is bad news, Bears.
Oh yeah, it is.
Oh man,
that needs to be taken.
That's a like Storm and Beastmaster kill anyone on the high ground and they take your lane of Rax ward.
They should probably get the D ward though, because when they pressure for high ground, you have to be expecting the Hawk.
Yeah, so they'll put a sentry for the Hawk. That's true.
Yeah.
But
in the meantime,
yeah, at least they're sending Bristle. It's gonna take maybe one more hero to kill him versus just the Storm and the Beastmaster. Actually, I don't even know. With the Solar Crest, if Storm gets a big zip and ends up in front of him.
So do you think that Adroit have the heroes to be able to play into the late game? Because it's feeling like this Storm is starting to get a little bit out of control.
I think they do, but they have to hold for like another... I think it's probably like BKB on the Bristle and like one more item on the Troll. They're just kind of getting out-farmed.
Okay.
I think they can still fight them late game. It's not that they will clearly win late game. That's not at all what I'm saying. That if they make it to 40 or 50 minutes, that they auto win. Not even close. But it's also not the case that they auto lose by waiting for a good opportunity.
Storm finishes off Orchid. You can see the buyback statuses. Dire have it on the Enigma and the DP. Can't afford to lose anybody else, although everybody else is relatively close in terms of gold. And are they going to smoke up behind their Bristle now? I mean, they have some vision out here at least, but need to be wary of this ward. Still given a little bit of vision. Looks like they're just going to walk into their triangle. Also, this ward placed down, spotting out Boomy. And
Moon plays so aggressively. He just like, I feel as though he plays just to get in people's heads. Like he zipped in, he nuked the mid-wave right in front of the Death Prophet and then like zipped away before the Death Prophet could react. It's just kind of a like, hey, I'm still here, are you still awake? Like I'm making sure that those reaction times are still there, because I'm ready to, if you guys slip up for even a second, I'm going to be right on top of you.
stolen axes by Rubik.
It's very important that Mineski aren't letting this mid-wave ever like cross this line. They've got the ward, so they see what's going on, and they're just constantly keeping it pressured up into the base. I guess it's a poor man's version of like the dire tri-camp hold.
Right.
But just constantly, mid lane's close to the base, top lane is always inside of the base, and Jug is farming in the wake. He's like, there's this zone being created for the Juggernaut to just keep farming while they're constantly pushing out those two lanes.
Bach, in the meantime, is going to try and pick up this BKB Radiant scan, Dire scan, checking if the Roche is up. It's still a minute, 15 seconds before it's capable, or before it will respawn, rather. And Adroit right now just trying to do what they can. You can see Moonlight just has such a good read of where they all are at, right?
Yeah.
Like, obviously the scan hit there as well.
Scan, the wards, they have a good idea of what's going on. They do have a blink on the Enigma now. I don't... Okay, that's just now being scouted as he pops out of the smoke. And they are going to deward this high ground. Okay, nice. Oh, jump in from Moon, though.
Finds it. Just kills him in the middle of all of them.
Yeah, they're close, but like not close enough to actually punish. He sees Hero's top, knows that the Death Prophet probably just walked away at mid. Oh, Rubik, a little bit of danger.
Lift up there. Bach, gonna find that kill as well.
Okay.
So you kill my support, I take yours.
That's good.
And yours is worth a little bit more money.
It's under attack. Stupendous.
Death Prophet just going for an Aeon Disc. Very defensive build from Mac. No sign of the Agate Scepter, so just relying on the Exorcism for damage up. But does have the level 18. Box over here needs the rest of his team to come help him out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it feels like they're kind of willing to at least move out a little bit more now. I guess that with Rubik gone, the threat of the black hole being stolen means that they can actually have it on the table again to pressure.
I don't think Mineski actually want to fight right now. If you look at their current gold, they're all sitting on fairly fat stacks. Jug did just buy the Basher, but Beastmaster's got 4,400 and Storm's got 4,100. So,
Bach, yet again, he's used the Lotus Orb. He's just dead.
Dirty farsa.
I don't know.
why is he there?
All right, he's gonna buy back.
All right, there you go. But they didn't even use anything big. It's just the roar.
Yeah.
Now they just back out and go back to
They
split
used
pushing.
Tombstone.
Okay. Yeah, I guess, and the Undying ulti.
Okay.
We're talking about Undying not really being a thing.
That's true.
Past a certain point. The Tombstone's going to be annoying, but... Oh, man, they get that buyback for free.
Yeah, that's true.
It doesn't cost them anything.
And I think that, you know, Mineski, it's just good recognition of when they can go in and be aggressive. And that's what this Beastmaster pick gives you, right? Like, you've
sure.
got the wards around
The vision is
everywhere.
Yeah, that's the one thing we probably haven't been highlighting as much. But
I need to do this again.
The constant vision is just... Wait, it resets every game?
Every game.
Oh, that's so annoying.
Yeah. So they see everything. And meanwhile, Dire, they see only what their creeps are pushed out towards.
Okay, well, they came outside of the base. They've spent that gold. Storm's got a Shiva's. Beastmaster still holding it. I'd kind of like to see an item on the Beastmaster, but maybe he wants buyback.
And are they just going to try and push, like, with no buyback on Bristle? And
Roar's up now.
I mean, I don't know.
You don't push into Storm in this situation.
This is, it feels like they're a little lost now and need to back out and not lose anybody. If you lose one person at this point.
I think what is going through Adroit's mind at this point is that this is what we're supposed to do, right? Like, my Bristleback went and did something, and he died, and they used some spells, and so I bought back so that we could take this, like, opportunity, or to at least get something out of the buyback.
Right.
And that's what they're supposed to do, but they can't. They can't do anything in this situation.
Yeah.
They just have to, like, they didn't even really, they didn't get any wards on the other side of the map. They are just getting completely corralled on their side of the river. And Jug just keeps on farming.
Is Troll getting some farm at least while this is going on? Kind of.
Yeah, he's doing all right. Given the situation, he's doing okay, but then all of the Radiant cores are way up there. Oh, Beastmaster.
Lift up. KP. They're going to try and kill him off. Tombstone on the high ground. need to back out.
Moon's not there. He's half mana on the other side of the map.
Smoke. Okay, that was nice. Roar used. Can't afford to lose Bristleback, but everybody is nearby. Meanwhile, the Enigma being isolated away from them all. Nightmare to try and save. He gets the Greaves out. Gonna throw down the Midnight Pulse, but he's just dead. They lost the Undying, but a bigger kill is on that Enigma. Adroit just going to walk away yet again. He does have buyback if things get too testy. Rubik also going to be controlled now as Adroit walk back in. But Bach is very low, and with the Spirit Vessel on him, you really can't afford to lose him right now. The Omni Slash bouncing to the creep wave, but kills off the Bristleback. 100 seconds. Natsumi, he feels like he has to make something happen here. You can't afford to lose the Bristle, but if you fight at this point, you're just going to lose the game, maybe. So they will retreat, and that's going to be Aegis.
This is what I talked about during the draft. You pick Bristleback as your position 3, and your mid lane doesn't have like solid catch. I guess the supports are also the other factor, but they're just getting kited back and forth, right?
Yeah.
Mineski have them on a line, and they're just kind of reeling them out, reel them back in a little bit. They're just playing with them to force buybacks, and they're never truly engaging into the fight. This Bristleback's just being completely neutered.
Right now, 34 minutes in, 14,000 net worth lead. And Mineski, who struggled so much in the group stages, are now looking poised to potentially close this one out. 45 seconds with no Bristleback. They're going to use the glyph. Tome picked up as well, close to level 20, but they jump in on the back lines and they find him. Bane right at the start. They do have Black Hole available, but if you use it and it gets stolen, this falls apart so rapidly. They buy back on the DP, they buy back on the Bane, but still, Mineski are not deterred. They want to take down this Tombstone first. Undying in the front, slept forever by the Nightmare, but it is Mineski taking buildings. And Adroit do not have an answer.
They started this series on a dangerous note. Lyrical, they lost that first game. They didn't look on the best form necessarily, but Nico Baby here on the Jug, here on the Slark, looking good.
Silence there onto the Storm Spirit, trying to get slow down. They need to get some more control there onto Storm, but it's not happening. And now the jump forward, find the silence, loaded Storm to keep that Bane alive for a moment. They might be able to get off the grip afterwards, but no, he's able to dodge away from it. Moon just jumping back and forth and not being taken anywhere. They have the DP dead. Storm is coming back in just a moment, and with that Omni Slash going, too much damage from the Jug. The Black Hole is there, but Moon actually just going to be able to turn it back around. Nico Baby Rampage because of the stolen Black Hole. GG is called. Mineski take him down. The Juggernaut pause after the Rampage. Rarely seen, but much respected.
Yeah, I'm sure that's the headset keyboard situation, maybe.
It might have been.
I hope so.
Nico